Beef, an iPad Pro 13-inch, an Apple Watch 11, or a $500 gift card. Drawing will take place at the Bulldog Pit January 30th. For over 46 years, the Assurance Home in Roswell has been helping make a difference in the lives of adolescent children who need caring support and a safe place to live. They provide a unique home environment for boys and girls between the ages of 13 and 18. Your contribution to Assurance Home helps children and is wholly tax deductible. Call 575-624-1780. To have your event listed on the KSVP community calendar, email calendar@ksvpradio.com. Please let us know at least 1 week in advance.
This is KSVP and K229AS Artesia.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. An emergency summit is on tap for the European Union later this week as nations that don't support President Trump's plan for Greenland face the threat of higher U.S. tariffs. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer calls Mr. Trump's threat of tariffs completely wrong.
Prime Minister Starmer contends a trade war is in no one's interest. Mr. Starmer also emphasizes Britain's support for Greenland and Denmark's right to decide the Arctic island's future. The British leader has worked to maintain a strong relationship with President Trump, highlighting the importance of the UK-US partnership. But Mr. Starmer insists this doesn't mean ignoring differences.
Correspondent Andrew Stewart. Half dozen additional countries say they have been invited to sign on to a new project championed by President Trump.
Hungary, India, Jordan, Greece, Cyprus, and Pakistan say Sunday that they've received invitations to join President Donald Trump's Board of Peace, a new body of world leaders meant to oversee the next steps for Gaza and possibly the globe. A $1 billion contribution would secure permanent membership on the board and help pay for rebuilding Gaza. Otherwise, no contribution would mean a 3-year appointment for a country. Hungary's foreign minister says Prime Minister Viktor Orban has already accepted the invitation. Already invited were Canada, Turkey, Egypt, Paraguay, Argentina, and Albania. I'm Donna Warder.
President Trump has placed 1,500 troops on standby for potential deployment to Minneapolis. The mission would be to quell anti-ICE rioting. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry says sending additional active duty soldiers to Minnesota is ridiculous as well as unconstitutional. U.S. financial markets, including Wall Street, closed today, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which is a federal holiday. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Listen carefully. This isn't noise. It's not hype. Silver is moving. And when silver moves, it moves quickly and without warning. Smart investors already know this. Most people don't until it's too late. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000 to get your free gold and silver rollover kit, a $49 value just for calling. History is clear. When the gold to silver ratio tightens, silver doesn't creep higher, it explodes, often outperforming gold by multiples. Right now, most Americans remain dramatically underallocated to precious metals, even as central banks around the world are aggressively increasing their gold reserves. History shows precious metals have performed best when interest rates move lower while inflation stays above target. You don't need perfect timing. You need to be in position before the move finishes. Call 800-900-8000 now. Find out about a tax and penalty-free rollover in 2026. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call 800-900-8000 now. That's 800-900-8000.
Davos, Switzerland is hosting an annual meeting of global political and corporate elites this week.
Mirek Dušek, a World Economic Forum managing director in charge of programming, tells the AP this year's Davos has a lot to consider.
I think it's undeniable that you are seeing a more competitive, more contested landscape.
The forum, which opens on Tuesday, has a motto of improving the state of the world. Issues under debate include the growing gap between the rich and the poor, AI's impact on jobs worldwide, and concerns about geo-economic conflict. I'm Charles Dilletasman.
A shooting at a town hall in the northern Czech Republic has left 1 dead, 4 others wounded, including a police officer. Police say the attacker was fatally shot earlier today and there's no further danger to the public at large. Not immediately clear who opened fire or what the motive for the attack was. News and analysis, townhall.com. It's change long sought by the dairy industry.
Whole milk is coming back to school cafeterias after President Trump signed a bill overturning Obama-era limits.
We will ensure that millions of school-aged children have access to high-quality milk as we make America healthy again.
The president joked with reporters as he gestured to a glass jug of whole milk sitting on the Resolute desk.
It's been sitting here for 5 days, so it's from the original bottle, and I brought it so the press can have some.
I'm Jennifer King.
Hackers have disrupted Iranian state television, airing footage supporting the exiled crown prince. Footage calls for security forces to not point your weapons at the people. This comes amid ongoing nationwide demonstrations and the regime's crackdown that has left at least 3,900 people dead, according to activists. More on these stories, townhall.com.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Radio celebrates 80 years of broadcasting in 2026. One of our longest running features is the KSVIP. We love recognizing our local residents and listeners for great accomplishments in their lives. If it's a birthday, anniversary, promotion, retirement, new family member, you name it, they're worthy of being a KSVIP. To nominate a special person who will receive recognition on the radio and a flower from Nell's Floral, call 575-746-2751.
My front lawn, I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters, but so far they all think I'm too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Really white and nerdy.
Well, let's see if this works. Hey, I think it's working. Good morning and welcome once again to the Good Morning Artesia radio show. It is Monday, January 19. It is Martin Luther King Day. So it is a federal holiday. No banking and no mail today. So it's going to be kind of a light day. I finally took some time Saturday. We worked down here on Saturday. Lana did some work in the other part of the building, and I was here, and of course Wildman was here for the basketball game. And I've had a wagon rolling around the building for about, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months. I bought some microphones and some mic booms for this room. And they are the low-profile mic booms. So the booms are low, and then the mics come up, and then it doesn't block your face. And we've been talking about doing this for months, years, if not months and years. And I finally had a Saturday where we didn't have anything really major going on, and I said, well, I think I'll just work on this. And I kind of like these mic booms. They're pretty cool. I was a little worried about them because they weren't, you know, you look up the stuff that the real radio announcer broadcasters use, and you go, golly, I can't afford that. And then you look at some other stuff that's similar, and these are really, really nice. I think these are going to work out really well. So we'll see how they go. And then the microphones. And I bought a bunch of these microphones, just like this one here, for use in the studio. And I bought some mic preamps and all that kind of stuff. And of the 4 microphones that I bought, 2 don't work. So they're sitting in the other room. I've got one. I kind of worked on it a little bit. I'm going to see. And it's been so long since I bought them, I can't return them or exchange them. And we're long past the time frame. Let's see, how many did I buy? I bought 5. I bought 5 of the mics, and one of them I sent down to Carlsbad for Nate to do his show on Sundays, and it's working just fine. 2 of the ones that I got, and they're in the studio. Jeffrey, if you want to go to the other shot, you don't have to do the split screen. Just bring up the other shot. And so there's one, and there's one, and that's still one of the old microphones that we had, and these 2 work fine, but that one, one of the ones I got for that. Okay, so I think I have it put back together to where we're going to test it and see if it works. If I can get one working, great. I'll put that mic over there. If I can't, I'll have to buy another microphone. But that's just the thing about stuff that you buy on eBay and the internet and stuff like that. It's like the Train Club stuff. I posted a video of the Train Club stuff from yesterday. But the main thing I worked on, I didn't do any video on it, was ever since pre-stroke. As a matter of fact, I was working on this darn thing when I had my stroke. I wanted to have working crossing gates and signals. So when a train approaches this intersection, the lights start flashing and the gates come down. And the stuff that I bought the least expensive stuff you can buy from a company. You're going to laugh. It's a company called We Honest. It's a Chinese company called We Honest, and they make model train stuff and medical equipment. Yeah, Jeffrey, you want to join me for this? And I don't know if you want to do the split screen on your deal, but yeah, it's a company called We Honest. And so I buy this stuff, and it's basically infrared sensors that trigger the circuit that then causes the lights to flash and the gate to come down. Well, it's never, ever, ever worked the way that it's supposed to work. It hasn't done it. Let's try your microphone there.
So, there I was.
Okay, so you can lift that up. That actually, yeah. No, you don't have to, don't loosen it. Just push up on it. There you go. Yeah, if you loosen it, it's going to flop down on the counter.
I didn't want to push it hard and break it.
Yeah. So, talk again?
So, there I was.
Okay.
In the Congo.
All right. So, that's actually working. Yeah, if you start to loosen it, it's just going to go flop on the counter.
That won't be good.
Yeah, that won't be good at all. That sounds pretty good.
I always sound good.
It actually sounds better than this one because this one's still not running through a processor. And the reason it's not running through a processor is because this mic connector is wired directly to the console. And everything there was running through a mixer and then to the console, which is what I've done. So I may have, I don't know, All right, I'll figure it out. Anyway, I bought this.
Let's get that flux capacitor going, and it should work.
Oh yeah, that one over there. Okay. So I bought this stuff from We Honest, and it's never worked. It's never worked right. The gates don't function the way they're supposed, like real gates. And the detectors, they're infrared detectors, and they just don't work. And so the infrared detectors, what I discovered in reading and researching on this is the infrared detectors don't like black, and they don't like fluorescent lighting, and they don't like RF.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's all kinds of things that they don't like. And the underside of, and we had mounted these things either on the side to detect when a car or train passes, or underneath the track when it passes over it. And what we discovered was the underside of every single one of our locomotives and cars is black. And what I read was that's the absolute worst color possible for infrared detectors of this type. And I did an experiment. I took some blue gaff tape, or painter's tape, put some pieces of tape underneath the cars to change them from black to blue, and they worked great. So I was faced with a decision. Do we paint the underside of every single locomotive and car that the train club has, including guest and member-owned rolling stock and locomotives, blue?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we look for another system? And so I found this system out of Florida, and they use American-made and American-sourced components and products and yada, yada, yada. And it's twice as expensive as the We Honest stuff. But we went ahead as a club, and we agreed to spend the money and bought a couple of kits. And they came in last week, and so yesterday I started to mess around with them, and they work beautifully.
So We Be Honest didn't work.
We Honest.
We Honest.
Honestly, We Honest doesn't work.
So the American company, is that called Disworks?
No. That'd be funny. However, I will tell you, the signals that we got, the We Honest signals, they work fine. It's the mechanism that controls whether or not they're triggered, and how long they flash and all this other kind of stuff. So the signals themselves are fine. And so if we need to do more of these circuits and more of these scenes, I'll get the We Honest signals, because they're not very expensive and they work fine. They're anode negative, which is different. But the stuff I bought, you can program it to work with either one. And I know I'm boring the daylights out of everybody with what I'm talking about.
It's okay. I've got caffeine.
You've got caffeine.
So you haven't put me to sleep yet.
But I was so happy with how these function.
Yeah.
That and we tested it all out. So next week, I've got to wire extension wires on all these things. And that way we'll put the detection boxes in, and we'll put the signal gate, not the gates, but the signal light signals in. Then we'll extend all the wires to where we're going to mount the controller box and the power supply box, and we'll wire everything up. And you're defeating the purpose of the microphone by having that thing up in your face. So bring it down. There you go. And then turn the mic up. There you go.
VIP.
Yeah.
Let's kick it.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. So
I think that's going to work. I think my goal there was to get it to where, because Scott is terrible at managing mic levels. I'm a little better than Scott. Not much better, but a little bit better. But Scott, just get it right up on the microphone. But he didn't fiddle with any of the individual things. But by running him through those preamps over there, I'm hoping that will make it easier for Scott and anybody who's sitting in this chair to interview guests.
It will.
Yeah. So
I have to go back to the question of the tray. What is the normal undercarriage color?
Black.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
When you said, I'm like, I can't think of a train I've ever seen that wasn't black.
Exactly.
So they make this.
Yeah. And the infrared sensors don't like black.
Yeah.
That's the one color they don't like. And it's like, because it absorbs the infrared light is what it does. And anyway, I got it working. I did post a video. One of our guys is big into the support of the Army, and he 3D printed a whole bunch of tanks.
Oh, wow.
He's got to paint them.
Yeah.
But they are 3D printed. He bought a whole bunch of U.S. Army flat cars to carry said tanks. And then I think his students, he's a teacher at NMMI, and I think his students helped him, and he bought a U.S. Army locomotive.
Oh, wow.
And it came with lock sound decoder in it.
Yeah.
So it has sound, it has lights, it has all that fancy stuff. And so he was getting all the flat cars out and getting all the 3D printed tanks out. And so I shot some video of that, and that's what I posted today. And then the
tanks.
Tanks.
Got some tanks.
3D printed tanks. And I'm looking at them like, that's 3D printed? It's just like crazy what you can do with the 3D printers now.
So are they going to have to use the tanks to demo that meth lab you got on that layout?
We don't have a meth lab on the layout. we do not. And we will not have a meth lab on the layout.
I can get it sponsored by a couple of people in Roswell.
I don't want a 3D printed of any kind meth lab on there. So that's not what we're shooting for on that.
That just cracked me up that they make that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can get about anything in a kit that you can think about. And then people kit bash and make their own versions of stuff. But no, I ran the one of my passenger trains, and there was some track work that was acting up. And it's usually, it happens, the way it's supposed to work is you have a main power bus that's supposed to run underneath the layout all the way around where you don't have track. That's hooked to your main power. And then every 3 or 4 feet, you're supposed to drop what are called feeder wires, which are actually soldered to the rails, down and connect those to the power supply bus. That's what you're supposed to do. But nobody ever does that. And we're included in that bunch. And so we have some feeder wires that connect to the power bus, but we don't have them dropped every 3 or 4 feet. And so the little rail joiners hopefully carry the power through that section of rail. And we've had hot weather, cold weather, and stuff like that. And so they're no different than anything else. They get affected by the weather. And so we had one section of track that was just like intermittently dead. And so we had to get the solder and the soldering iron out, and you put some solder where the rail joiner is, and that makes that firm connection. And we had to do that on two different rail joiners to get that track. And then I was running my
but that was easier than running lines up to it, right?
The proper way to do it would be to run lines. And then there's no question what the rail joiners are doing. Doesn't matter what the rail joiners are doing. But the other way is to solder the rail joiners.
Just keep that electric current going.
That's right. So we got that done. Then there was another spot on the track that was acting up, and I thought, all right, let's get the soldering iron out. But I'm thinking here over the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'll get these. It's a company out of Florida called Model Railroad Technology, and I talked to the guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, no, we use American components and all that stuff. And it works really, really well. And I can't wait to see what the crossing gates mechanism, that'll be next. I thought I'd work on the signals first to get that part of the circuit figured out. And we're working on the lake. We're working on where a new passenger station for the lake is going to be. Jonathan's working on the fascia. There's a couple of scenes that people have seen for years that have not had any update to their scenery. And we spent, by this fall, when you go to the fair this fall, it's some of it you're not going to recognize. One of our guys 3D printed a roller coaster.
Oh.
So our carnival is going to have a roller coaster.
Oh, that's awesome.
And 3D printed.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. It's
I need one of those.
That's what I said. And Lana's like, no, you don't. Oh, by the way, Ryder beat me in the predictions this weekend. He picked Denver. I picked Buffalo. Denver won, but they need a quarterback. I wonder if Dak's available. Then he could say he played in the Super Bowl.
A lot of the whatever online is that's karma. For the
beating
calls.
Buffalo?
Well, yeah, and like some of those calls that were just a little, that they're like, if you wouldn't have called that whatever fumble or whatever not a touchdown, your quarterback wouldn't have ended his season with it.
Okay.
But
that was a good game.
Yeah.
I can't believe how badly Seattle beat San Francisco.
Oh, dude, I love that.
That was the worst beating in the weekend.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
terrible. I had picked Seattle. Ryder had picked San Francisco. So I got that one right. Houston, New England, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't realize New England was good again. And they pretty well beat up on Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. And Houston had some, I think, some players out. But, yeah, the Patriots, they're good again.
Yeah.
They're really good. Vrabel's done a really good job coaching. And now that the Bears are out, I am hoping that Seattle beats LA and then beats the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Because maybe that will take away some of the pain of that stupid play when the Patriots beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
Could be. I had picked Houston. Ryder had picked New England. So Ryder now has 2 right, and I have only 1. And that took us to the Rams and the Bears, and we both picked the Bears. And
I'm sorry.
That throw on the game-tying touchdown reminded me of Landry Jones in Hobbs America.
Yeah.
Landry is rolling out, trying not to get tackled by the defense, throws it across his body, 50 yards, it seemed like, into the opposite corner of the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. I remember when I was talking to a friend of mine that used to work in radio in Hobbs, and I was telling him that story, and he said, yeah, that is an amazing story. I said, I know that throw. He said, no. It's amazing that the Hobbs defense was putting pressure on the quarterback. He had a different take on it than what I did. But it just reminded me of that play when he threw that. And I thought, okay, they're going to come back again and win again. And then he threw it to the other team and then the defense stopped.
Yeah.
Stopped the Rams in the overtime. And then, of course, nobody knows the overtime rules, so they have to keep putting up on the score. Next score wins.
Yeah.
Next score wins. But I understand it. It's a Brett Favre rule. Even if the team that gets the ball first gets a field goal, the other team still has a chance with the ball. It's either both teams have. I don't know. It's a mess. Anyway, so the defense stops the Rams. They get the ball back, and I'm like, okay, Bears are going to just go down and win it, and it'll be great. And he threw it to the other team.
Yep.
And the Rams made him pay. How old is that kicker for the Rams? That guy looks like he's 40 years old. He's a big, giant, old-looking guy.
Yeah, that's what I can't. What is his nickname? His nickname has something to do with his weight.
Yeah, and how do you pronounce the name of the guy that caught the pass for the tying touchdown for the Bears? It's like he's missing a vowel.
I can't remember which one it was.
Oh, Kmet?
Oh, Cole Kmet. Yeah.
It's Kmet.
Yeah.
He's missing a vowel.
Hey, maybe he might be from Poland.
Hey, well, then it wouldn't be Kmet. It'd be Kaminsky.
Kaminsky?
But
it's got to be one of those countries in Europe that doesn't believe in vowels.
It's like Kmet. Is that a store? I used to go get the blue light specials at Kmet. Where's the A? Should be Kmet. Anyway. So Ryder and I both got that one wrong. So Ryder was 2-1. I was 1-2, and Ryder wins the weekend. So now Denver is hosting New England, right?
Yeah.
And the Rams are going to Seattle.
Yep.
I keep forgetting Seattle's in the NFC. For some reason anyway. So we'll have to think about championship weekend. A lot of people say this week and next week are the best games. By the time they get to the Super Bowl, they know they got their big paycheck. Who cares?
Oh.
But and what's up with Tony Romo? That's 2 articles I've seen pop up on Lana's newsfeed talking about how goofy Tony Romo is as an analyst, saying just all kinds of. What's he saying? What is he saying that people are saying that he's lost it?
I'm not sure, because he's kind of always been that way of saying some things off the wall, especially about teams that beat him when he was a player.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because that team can do this amazing drive to score, and he'll dismiss it all and find reasons. And it's like, hold on, wait. That's a 2-minute drill. Oh, yeah, he took you out. That team took you out of the playoffs and whatever. That's why you hate him.
That's why you hate him. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Thank you, Jeffrey. Let's take a look at the weather forecast. Steve-O, what you got for us on this MLK Day?
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty nice to start the week. We'll be in the low to mid 50s for the afternoon high today. Less sunshine, it might be a little bit breezy. Overnight, fairly cold. We'll be down around 20 and clear, and then we're expecting low to mid 50s again on Tuesday with plenty of sunshine. Sunny on Wednesday, and we're in the upper 50s. Thursday looks good, low 50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
I'm being told, Jeffrey, that kicker for the Rams, Mevis, is 23. I don't believe it. Right now, it is cloudy and 32 degrees. It feels like 20 with all the wind and the humidity. Speaking of the humidity is at 50%. The dew point is 15 degrees. The winds are out of the north-northwest at 11, gusting to 22. Pressure's at 30.18 and on the rise. Our air quality index is 37. We have good air quality. Our high today, 11 degrees below the average daily high for this state. The moon is in the waxing crescent phase. We should have no moon. Or is it coming back? Anyway, I think we're 13 days from a full moon. So maybe we had the new moon and now we're growing towards the full moon. Sunset at 5:17, sunrise at 6:58. That looks like we could see some rain this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I was watching Ryan Hall Y'all's update yesterday, and he was in the corner covering up New Mexico, but it looks like there's some kind of a storm that's going to come up from the Pacific into the southwestern part of the country, and we could see some precipitation Friday and Saturday. High should be in the 50s all week this week. Cloudy 34 in Carlsbad, mostly cloudy 31 in Rosberg, cloudy 28 in Hobbs, mostly cloudy 27 in Albuquerque, cloudy 29 in Santa Fe, 35 in Cloudcroft, partly cloudy 35 in Ruidoso, cloudy 37 in Alamogordo, 29 in Las Cruces, partly cloudy 28 in Gallup, sunshine 23 in Farmington, cloudy 26 at Taos, 19 at Red River, windy and 27 in Clovis, and in West Texas at this hour, it's windy and 29 in Lubbock, cloudy and 32 in El Paso, and again here in Artesia, we've got cloudy skies and 32 degrees. All right, let's look at the menus for this Monday morning, and of course it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, federal holiday, so there's no banking, no mail, and no school. There's no lunch today in the Artesia schools because the kids are out. There's no school today. The senior meal site will be closed today for MLK Jr. Day, so you got to feed them on your own. The senior center is closed today for Martin Luther King Day. Now, they are going out to eat at the Dragon China in Carlsbad tomorrow. As of last week, there were a few spots left, so when they open up tomorrow morning, call and see if they have any room for you on the bus. The library is closed today for MLK Day. Now, the kids and the teens and the adult programs all resume starting tomorrow at the library. School calendar today, Artesia FFA State Parley Pro is going on. That started yesterday and today. There's no school today because of Martin Luther King holiday. So no school or athletic events on the calendar for today. All right, folks are having birthdays today. Let's say happy birthday to Betty Young, Ron Lynch, Guy MacArthur, Mary Flores, and John McCain. So happy birthday today to Betty, Ron, Guy, Mary, and John. All right, let's take the break. When we come back, we'll see what else is going on around town today on the Good Morning Artesia radio show.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
When was the last time a bank asked you about your needs or your goals? When you're a member of Artesia Credit Union, you get to use your money for something more important than fees and finance charges. You get to use your money for you. Membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Become a member of Artesia Credit Union today and see what your partners can do for you. North 5th Street in Artesia or online at artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A big January run this week with a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native calves, weaned calves, light yearlings. With condition, we expect to sell 1,750 head. Breaking down like this: 125, 150 weight cows and bulls, 100, 125 pairs, and bred cows, 1,500, 1,550. Calves and yearlings today's sale will include 30 bred cows, extra quality, mostly black, white face Angus and Brangus crosses, bred to Angus bulls 5 to 10 years old. 20 bred cows, good quality, moderate frame Hereford cows, bred to Hereford bulls. Few pairs on these, 2 to 9 years old. 75 calves, Paradise Springs Operating Incorporated, Lincoln, New Mexico. Ex-quality black white face Angus crossbred calves, cattle weaned 60 days, 3 rounds of shots, 350. 500 pounds, 65 calves, Gordon Land and Cattle Company, Stanley, New Mexico. Ex-quality black white face Angus crossbred calves, cattle weaned 48 days, 2 rounds of shots, 450. 650 pounds, 35 calves and light yearlings, the Bosque Grande Ranch here northeast of Roswell. Ex-quality Charolais cattle, light yearlings, weaned 45 days, 2 rounds of shots, 600. 700 pounds, 76 calves, Earl and Ty Baker, Van Horn, Texas. Excellent quality, 80% black white face Angus crossbreds. Cattle weaned 75 days, 3 rounds of shots, 350. 550 pounds, 60 heifers. JC Cattle Company at Plains, Texas. Good quality black white face, red white face English crossbred heifers. Cattle weaned 100 plus days, 2 rounds of shots. 500, 650 pounds, 55 calves and light yearlings, the Cordova Ranch, Los Lunas, New Mexico. Ex-quality white face and red white face English cross cattle, 1 round of shots, 400, 750 pounds. 41 calves, Mr. John Jackson at Lake Arthur, New Mexico. Ex-quality black white face Angus and Brangus crosses, cattle weaned 45 plus days, 2 rounds of shots, 500, 700 pounds. 26 steer calves, Mr. Clint Hughes at Carlsbad, New Mexico. Excellent quality black Angus calves, cattle weaned 60 days, 2 rounds of shots, right off short wheat, 500, 650 pounds. 42 calves and light yearlings, Mr. George Wenzel here northwest of Roswell. Excellent quality 1/8 ear Charolais crossbreds, 1 round of shots, 600, 800 pounds. 60 calves, Mr. Patrick Romo, Newkirk, New Mexico. Excellent quality black Angus crosses, cattle weaned 45 days, 1 round of shots, 500, 625 pounds. 35 Corriente steers, they have been roped, mostly solid colored. 500, 600 pounds. Sale time this morning, 9 o'clock. Sell pairs, bred cows, 9:30. Be selling calves and yearlings around 10:30. Fairly short on cows. Be on bred cows, calves, and yearlings pretty quick. We expect to sell 1,750 head today. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
So the New Mexico Department of Transportation announced the 2026 Name a Snowplow contest winners over the weekend. You'll get a kick out of these. District 1 The winners were Chili Changa and Duck Duck Orange Truck. So, yeah, just pull that towards you there, Park Guy. There you go. That's it, right there. So, Chili Changa and Duck Duck Orange Truck. District 2, Snotorious, B.I.G. And Scoop, there it is. District 3, Cinderella and Clarence, which I'm assuming is a reference to It's a Wonderful Life, the angel from It's a Wonderful Life with Clarence. District 4, A la Cinders and Down with the Slickness. And then District 5, Snowy-Wan Kenobi. Nope. School's on. And then in District 6, Saltimus Prime and Betty Whiteout. Now, we're in District 2, so we have Scoop, there it is, and Snotorious B.I.G. Those are our snowplows that we have here in District 2. But that's kind of funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that. Nope, school's on. All right, so those names will be attached to some snowplows that you may run into if we ever get any snow in this part of the state. All right, let's see what else is happening around the world on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Don't go away.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. It seems that no location is off limits to anti-ICE rioters in Minneapolis-St. Paul, and that includes houses of worship. A church service was underway yesterday when rioters barged in, wreaking havoc. President Trump has placed 1,500 troops on standby for a potential deployment to Minneapolis. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney is decrying President Trump's threat of higher tariffs on European countries that work to block the U.S. acquisition of Greenland. It's been a deadly train wreck in southern Spain. At least 39 people killed. Search and rescue operations still underway. With the death toll numbering in the thousands and anti-regime protests in Iran, hackers briefly took control of Iranian state TV. Wall Street closed today for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a federal holiday. More details, srnnews.com.
Lowell's Pharmacy. We're called the Family Pharmacy.
You and your family getting all the things you need, where personal service is always guaranteed. Prescriptions filled faster with dependability. That is why we're called the Family Pharmacy.
You know, at Lowell's Pharmacy, we love being known as the Family Pharmacy. Now, we're not going to change the sign outside or repaint the building, but we are going to keep on doing the little things that have earned us the reputation of being your family pharmacy. Lowell's Pharmacy, with personal service and, of course, prescriptions a specialty.
And that is why we're called the Family Pharmacy.
Lowell's Pharmacy, 612 North 13th, across from the hospital in the Artesia Professional Building. Lowell's Pharmacy.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. Well, if this was some kind of test to what might happen at the state basketball tournament, boys basketball, the Artesia Bulldogs passed the test this past weekend, playing at the Hope Christian tournament. We told you about their victory over Taos on Thursday, but then on Friday, Artesia dominated St. Pius 64-48. Charlie Campbell, 22 points. Braylon Vega, 21. And then Artesia knocked off Hope on Saturday in the championship, 71-58. Artesia's 14-3. They went on separate runs of 9 straight points, another 9-0 run, and then 8 straight points. When they only led by 2 at one point in the third quarter, that ballooned up to 23. Vega, 25 points. Charlie Campbell, 22. Trent Egelund with 15. Carlsbad lost a couple of games on the road at Las Cruces Friday by 13, and then at Centennial, 62-45 on Saturday. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
If you purchased a new big screen TV recently at an incredible price, say $400 for a 65-inch 4K, you probably bought more than you bargained for. I'm Kim Commando for NetSuite. AI's everywhere. Companies using it are getting ahead. Download the free business guide, Demystifying AI, right now at netsuite.com/Kim. Why would a big screen 4K television that should cost $1,200 to $1,500 go for as little as $400? Consider that every smart TV is built with something called ACR, automatic content recognition. Every few seconds, ACR screenshots your screen. It doesn't matter what's on. Cable, local, national channels, streaming, or even gaming. It's all in the database. That information is then sold to advertisers, politicians for political campaigns, insurance companies, you name it. And that's why you got a great deal on that TV. And now that great deal is spying on you. Every single day, almost 1 million folks wake up with my free newsletter. It's 5-star rated, and it's designed to keep you tech ahead. Sign up at getkim.com. Every business is asking the same question. How do we make AI work for us? The possibilities are endless, and guessing is too risky. Sitting on the sidelines is not an option. Your competitors are already making their move. This is exactly the solution I'd turn to. With NetSuite by Oracle, you can put AI to work today as the #1 AI cloud ERP trusted by over 43,000 businesses. It brings your financials, inventory, commerce, HR, and CRM together into one single source of truth, making your AI smarter. It doesn't guess, it knows. It automates routine tasks, delivers insights, cuts costs, and powers fast AI decisions. Now with NetSuite's AI connector, you can take the AI you already trust and connect it straight to your business. This is not an add-on tool. It's built into the system that runs your business. NetSuite helps you stay ahead. Right now, get their free business guide, Demystifying AI, at netsuite.com/Kim. The guide is free at netsuite.com/Kim, netsuite.com/Kim.
Turpinning and Son Mortuary of Artesia presents a listing of today's obituaries. Carlton Lee Smith of Artesia, New Mexico, passed away on January 15th at the age of 83. He was a lifelong barber who took pride not only in his work but in the relationships it created. Alongside his brother Curly, he owned and operated the Roselawn Barbershop, following working at numerous barbershops in the area, including Monterey Shopping Center in Roswell with brother Donald. The barbershop was a place of connection and conversation where he knew everyone and their families and was always ready with the story. A devoted follower of Jesus, his faith quietly shaped the way he lived, serving others with kindness, patience, and humility. In his younger years, he had a natural gift with horses and worked with the family in the Sacramento area, training and leasing horses. He also had a deep love of music, playing the fiddle, guitar, bass guitar, and joyfully passed that love on to his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. He was preceded in death by his parents, Alvy and Emma Smith, his son, Kevin Lee Smith, his siblings, Alvy, Sonny, Blix, Milton, Cliff, Curly, Angie, Sis, WL, and Don, his grandson, Dakota, and his son-in-law, Rick Howes. Carlton is survived by his wife, Mary Judy Smith, brother Donald Smith, and wife, Roni, his children, Carrie Howes, Donnie Smith, Jennifer Coates, and husband, Alan, Chris Barker, and wife, Sarah, 14 grandchildren, and 15 great-grandchildren. Services will be held at 10 a.m. Tuesday, January 20th at Trinity Temple Assembly of God for Carlton Lee Smith. Bobby Argo will officiate at the services with burial to follow at Woodbine Cemetery. Services are scheduled for 10 a.m. Wednesday, January 21st at Turpinning and Son Mortuary for Francisca Size of Artesia, New Mexico. Mrs. Size died on January 16th at her home in Artesia at the age of 91. Deacon Pablo Merjo will officiate at the services with burial to follow at Woodbine Cemetery. Visitation will be at Turpinning and Son Mortuary from 2 until 6 p.m. tomorrow. Francesca was born on November 10th, 1934 in Tornillo, Texas, the daughter of Francisco Castillo and Carmen Davila Castillo. In 1963, she was married to Ishmael Saenz in Mexico. They moved to Artesia from Mexico in 1974. She was preceded in death by her parents, husband Ishmael, a son, Cayento Hernandez, Sons-in-law Richard Calderon, Juan Alcatar, and Frank Berdoza, along with one grandson and a brother, Raimundo Davila, and 2 granddaughters. Survivors include her children, Danny Hernandez and wife Janie, Francisco Hernandez and wife Angie, Gilbert Sines, Ishmael Sines Jr. and wife Marianne, Concepcion Calderon, Beatrice Oliveira and husband Miguel, Ida Alcantar, Patricia Gamboa and husband Estacio, Carmen Berdoza and Ileana Caldera, a sister, Margarita Castillo, and by numerous grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren. Once again, visitation will be from 2 until 6 p.m. tomorrow at Turpinning & Son Mortuary, with services at 10 a.m. at Turpinning & Son Chapel, Wednesday, January 21st, for Francesca Sines, who passed away on January 16th at the age of 91. Wayne Dale Moore passed away on January 17th at the age of 86. I'm sorry, he passed away on January 1st at the age of 86. Wayne was born February 20, 1939 in Wheeler, Texas, to Ara and Silas Lee Moore. A celebration of life will take place at First Baptist Church in Hagerman, New Mexico, at 1 p.m. on Saturday, January 31st. Wayne grew up in Artesia, New Mexico, and graduated from Artesia High School in 1957. In November 1967, Wayne married the former Kay Annette Barnett of Hagerman. Wayne was blessed with 3 children, Michael Wayne Moore, Aralee Ann Flores, and Lisa K. Griffin. Wayne spent many years working in the cattle industry with his father-in-law in Hagerman until he ventured into the oil and gas industry in 1980, when he moved the family back to his roots in Artesia, where he went to work for Halliburton. He then moved on to work as a board operator at Navajo Refining, where he remained until he retired in 2002. Gifts to honor Wayne may be made to M.D. Anderson, Alzheimer's Association, or First Baptist Church of Hagerman. This listing has been presented as a service by Turpinning & Son Mortuary of Artesia, where we make it personal. All right, let's get the weather forecast in here. Steve-O, what's, I think that's next. No. Oh, there it is. Yeah, let's do the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty nice to start the week. We'll be in the low to mid 50s for the afternoon high today. Lots of sunshine. It might be a little bit breezy. Overnight, fairly cold. We'll be down around 20 and clear, and then we're expecting low to mid 50s again on Tuesday with plenty of sunshine. Sunny on Wednesday, and we're in the upper 50s. Thursday looks good, low 50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Right now, it is 33 degrees in Artesia, but it feels like 20 because of the wind and the humidity. It is 49% humidity. The dew point is 16 degrees. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 12, gusting to 24. Pressure's 30.19 and on the rise. Our air quality index is 37, which is good air quality. Our high today, 11 degrees below the average daily high for this date. And it looks like 54 for tomorrow, 56 on Wednesday, 63 on Thursday, and then a chance of rain moving in to our area. 56 for a high with a 50% chance of rain on Friday, 39 for a high with a 60% chance of rain on Saturday. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some snow flurries on Saturday. Sunset at 5:17, sunrise at 6:58. The moon at 1% illumination. Moon set at 6:16 this evening, 13 days from a full moon. Cloudy, 35 in Carlsbad, mostly cloudy, 32 in Roswell, cloudy and 30 in Hobbs, America. And let's look at some weather conditions around the universe, Barking Guy.
It is cloudy and 14 degrees in hell.
Hell, where, what's her name is governor?
Yeah,
Gretchen Whitmer. Yeah. Michigan, right?
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah.
Snow and 11 degrees in Paradise.
11 in Paradise?
11 in Paradise.
That's got to be in Michigan.
That's in Michigan.
Yeah.
It is partly cloudy and 29 degrees in Earth.
The one in Texas.
Earth, Texas.
Yeah. How close is that to Happy?
Happy, I think, is north.
Is north? Okay. I was watching a video from a guy who went through Happy, did some video in Happy. There's not much there in Happy, Texas. So, anyway, maybe there's more there than Earth. I don't know. I'd have to look it up and see. All right. Where else are you taking us?
Cloudy and 22 degrees in Mars.
Mars? Talking about the planet?
Mars, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Mars, Pennsylvania. Okay.
And sunny and 54 degrees in Jupiter.
That's got to be the one in Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, we can tolerate that. So, all right, we're going to take a break. We'll get started with our Barking Guy report. That's coming up next on the Good Morning Artesia radio show.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. President Donald Trump suggested Friday that he may punish countries with tariffs if they don't back the U.S. controlling Greenland, a message that came as a bipartisan congressional delegation sought to lower tensions in the Danish capital. Breaking with the United States, Canada has agreed to cut its 100% tariff on Chinese electric cars in return for lower tariffs on Canadian farm products. That's according to Prime Minister Mark Carney. Carney made the announcement after 2 days of meetings with Chinese leaders. U.S. regulators have granted a 5-week extension for Tesla to respond to allegations that its vehicles have broken traffic laws. An investigation of Tesla's full self-driving feature was opened in October after the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said it had collected dozens of reports of the cars running red lights or driving on the wrong side of the roadway, sometimes crashing into other vehicles and causing injuries. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need them most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
Unlock the power of effective financial control with First American Bank's wide range of products to help you manage the inflow and the outflow of your cash while gaining efficiency and maximizing profitability. Plus, with robust security measures available through our treasury management products, you'll have greater peace of mind knowing you have taken steps to protect your money. Let us be your partner in growth and success, because when you succeed, we do too. First American Bank, your local first community bank since 1903. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Answers with Ken Ham. The account of origins presented in the Genesis is a simple but factual presentation of actual events and provides reliable basis for man's worldview and a framework for scientific investigation into the question of the origin and history of life. Answers with Ken Ham is brought to you by Harvest Fellowship at 2307 West Main in Artesia. Call Pastor Ronnie Williams at 746-6195. Now, today's Answers with Ken Ham.
Getting back to God's Word. This is Ken Ham, CEO of the ministry that built a full-size ark near Cincinnati. The Reformation over 500 years ago was a response to many unbiblical doctrines and practices that had crept into the church. The Reformers urged Christians to return to Scripture alone. In other words, return to the authority of God's Word instead of man's ideas. You see, human tradition and ideas aren't a reliable source of truth. We're sinful, fallible, and have limited knowledge. But the Bible is the authoritative word from our all-knowing, perfect Creator. It's God-breathed, living, and active truth that will never pass away. When we rely on God's Word, we have a firm foundation for all our thinking.
Subscribe to receive free insights delivered straight to your inbox each day when you visit our website at AnswersRadio.com.
So I think we're getting our directions squared away. Happy is south of Amarillo, between Amarillo and Lubbock. And Earth is east of Muleshoe, between Muleshoe and Plainview, Texas, on Highway 70. And it seems like I remember the last time I had any knowledge or was thinking about anything going on in Earth. I think their school district is tied together with Spring Lake. So I think it's Spring Lake Earth Schools. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Some of these YouTubers, they go traveling through some of these rural areas of America, and you get to see parts of America. And when he was driving through Happy, Texas, it reminded me of Brownfield, Texas, and Plains, Texas, and Muleshoe, Texas. A lot of these towns, they're all look kind of the same. Anyway, we're going to get started with the Barking Guy Report right after the top of the hour news. Thanks for joining us here today. This is KSVP Artesia, K229AS Artesia. That's the 93.7 FM translator. It's
Breaking
8 o'clock.
news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. In their drive to hunt down ICE agents, rioters in Minneapolis went as far as storming a church service yesterday. People even suspected of working for ICE enforcing federal immigration law are being harassed. Meanwhile, some pro-ICE demonstrators also got together over the weekend in Minneapolis-St. Paul. Demonstrations in Greenland over the weekend as President Trump is standing by his declaration that the U.S. must gain control of the strategically important Arctic island. The European Union is chiming in on Mr. Trump's threat of higher tariffs.
The EU is considering imposing 93 billion euros worth of tariffs on the United States, or restricting the access of American companies to the bloc's single market if Donald Trump makes good on his promise to impose tariffs on any country that gets in the way of his takeover of Greenland, a territory of Denmark. The EU's retaliatory measures are being prepared to give Brussels leverage in talks with the U.S. president in Davos this week, where the EU hopes to reach some kind of compromise. France and Germany's finance ministers meet in Berlin today to establish a joint position.
The BBC's Katja Adler. Spanish police say at least 39 people have been confirmed dead in a high-speed train collision in southern Spain. The crash occurred last evening. A train from Malaga to Madrid derailed and then hit an oncoming train. Authorities still recovering bodies from the mangled wreckage of shattered glass and twisted steel. They say the death toll could rise. It was a bitterly cold and snowy weekend along a vast expanse of the East Coast, including in the heavily populated New York, New Jersey region. Wall Street and the bond markets are closed today for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It is a federal holiday. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Chuck McDowell here with Wesley Financial Group. My 78-year-old friend Linda called me yesterday. She bought a $40,000 timeshare in Nashville. She was told it was a great investment and that he would personally book all her vacations. All lies. She called our sales rep, Chris, the next morning at 4:57 a.m. to cancel, and she was told it was too late. You had your chance yesterday. Another lie. She has 10 days in Tennessee. I am in a war with the timeshare industry because people keep buying their lies, and they don't want me to help you. If you need a timeshare, I'm sure one of the 3,500 people that call my office weekly would love to give you one of theirs. Or go online and pay $1 for it. But stop paying $40,000 for lies. It's time to stop the insanity. Don't wait another day.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-364-7711. That's 800-364-7711. 800-364-7711.
Authorities in Chile say that wildfires raging across central and southern areas of the country have left at least 18 people dead. The flames have scorched thousands of acres of forest and destroyed scores of homes. The South American country is enduring a heat wave now. The Chilean president has declared a state of catastrophe in the country's hard-hit central region, about 300 miles south of the capital, Santiago. More than 24 wildfires raced across those areas, ravaging 21,000 acres. About 50,000 people have been chased from their homes, forced to evacuate. The Syrian government announcing a ceasefire with the Syrian Democratic Forces taking almost full control of the country. The move dismantles the Kurdish-led forces that controlled the northeast for more than a decade. Tensions between government forces and the SDF boiled over earlier this month, leading to a major push toward the east. News and analysis at townhall.com. He may not be at spring training, but a Dodgers ace will be on the mound for a last hurrah, playing for Team USA.
Clayton Kershaw is not done pitching just yet. He has agreed to join the U.S. team for this year's World Baseball Classic. The left-handed Kershaw announced last September that he was retiring at the end of last season. He had a stellar career with the Los Angeles Dodgers. The three-time NL Cy Young Award winner wanted to pitch for the Americans in the 2023 tournament, but was prevented because of insurance issues. The U.S., which lost the 2023 title game to Japan, opens March 6th versus Brazil at Houston. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
It doesn't happen often. Parts of central and south Georgia and the Florida Panhandle blanketed with measurable snow over the weekend. Not much, confined mainly to grassy areas and elevated surfaces, but a most unusual, picturesque scene nonetheless. More on these stories, townhall.com.
As KSVP Radio celebrates 80 years of broadcasting in 2026, one of our longest-running features is the KSVIP. We love recognizing our local residents and listeners for great accomplishments in their lives. If it's a birthday, anniversary, promotion, retirement, new family member, you name it, they're worthy of being a KSVIP. To nominate a special person who will receive recognition on the radio and a flower from Nell's Floral, call 575-746-2751.
Mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters, but so far they all think I'm too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Really, really white and nerdy.
My class here at MIT. Got skills, I'm a champion of D&D. MC Escher, that's my favorite MC. Keep your 40, I'll just have an Earl Grey tea. My rims never spin, to the contrary. You'll find that they're quite stationary. All of my action figures are cherry. Stephen Hawking's in my library. My MySpace page,
Oh, Weird Al Yankovic is a funny guy. Hey, welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. For Monday, January 19th, 2026, it is a federal holiday. It is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and a federal holiday for the United States of America. So no banking, no mail, no library, no senior center. But we are doing a radio show today. I'm here, Jeffrey's here against his will. He protested vehemently about doing a show today, and I said, but it's Kith and Kin Day. And so he immediately brightened up and said, okay, we'll do the show today. Although I wouldn't be, I was a little concerned because of the way the Bears got beat last night. That was kind of disappointing. But if you throw the football to the other team, it's not a good thing. I don't know what else to tell you. You throw it to the other team, and they're going to do something with it, and that's what happened. So anyway, let's see. I did an update on my iPad. Let's see how they ruined it. We've got, let me get the calendar. The Bargain Guy. So we'll get started with the Bargain Guy report. I don't know that we'll have Main Street. I reached out to Megan, haven't heard back. I'm assuming that we won't have her here today, but if she does come in, that'll be cool. No Senior Center report today. No market report with Aaron. So Jeffrey and I will be singing our favorite Christmas songs in the 9 o'clock hour, which I'm sure you'll enjoy. We've got our Gen X trivia, which is about Whoopi Goldberg. Woo, all the things. Rah, 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 rah. Let's see here. The basketball. We have some basketball on the radio and the TV this week. The boys and girls of Artesia will be at Roswell for a doubleheader. Girls at 5:30. The boys 20 minutes after that. We'll be radio and streaming that for you. Goddard girls are taking on, let's see, who the Goddard girls playing. They're going to play Clovis tomorrow night, so we'll have that on the TV. And then on Friday, we've got the Artesia boys and girls hosting the Hobbs Eagles. So Joe Carpenter and his girls and the boys team will be here from Hobbs America. The girls at 5:30, boys thereafter. We'll stream that. And then on Saturday, Goddard boys basketball, they're going to be playing Santa Teresa at the Ground Zero gym. And then Saturday, we've got Texas Tech men's basketball versus Houston. And we didn't get to carry the Texas Tech game on Saturday night because the boys were winning the Hope Christian tournament. Yay! So Barking Guy will talk about that here in a bit. But let me see if I can pull that up here real quick. NCAA men's basketball. Let's see. Tech is at Baylor tomorrow night, but we'll be carrying the Roswell Artesia girls game. And Texas Tech is third in the Big 12. They're 14-4 overall, but they are 4-1 in the Big 12. Arizona and Houston are 5-0. So that game with Houston on Saturday will be a big one. They beat BYU on Saturday to drop BYU to 4-1. Iowa State is 3-2. UCF is 3-2. Kansas 3-2, and West Virginia is 3-2 for the top 8 of the Big 12, which has 16 teams. I don't understand how they're the Big 12 when you have 16 teams. I'm sorry. I grew up. There was the Big 10. There was the Big 12. There was the Southeast Conference. There was the Southwest Conference. There was the Pac-10. There were 10 teams in the Big 10. How do you call yourself the Big 12 and there's 16 teams? It should be the Big 16. Or the Giant 16. Or something like that. I do not understand these conferences. How many teams are in the Big 10? Is the Big 10 even a thing anymore? Let's see. Let's look at the Big 10. How many teams? There are 16 teams in the Big 10. It makes no sense, the naming of these things. That's ridiculous. How many? Let's see. There's the AAC. There's the A10. There's the ACC. There's the Big 10 with 16 teams. There's the Big 12 with 16 teams. There's the Big East and the SEC. How many teams are in the A10? There's 14 teams in the A10. How do you call it the A10 with 14 teams? I don't understand these naming things. Well, people know the Big 10. I know the Big 10. Anyway, it's just, it's insane. All right, Steve-O, get in here. What kind of weather are we going to have for our holiday?
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty nice to start the week. We'll be in the low to mid 50s for the afternoon high today. Once the sunshine, it might be a little bit breezy. Overnight, fairly cold. We'll be down around 20 and clear, and then we're expecting low to mid 50s again on Tuesday with plenty of sunshine. Sunny on Wednesday, and we're in the upper 50s. Thursday looks good, low 50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Cloudy, 35 degrees. Feels like 20 out there with all this humidity and wind. Our humidity is at 47%. The dew point is 17 degrees. Our winds are out of the north-northwest at 13, gusting to 26 miles an hour. Pressure 30.19 and on the rise. Our air quality is 54, which is moderate. Our high today, 11 degrees below what we would normally have on this day, and the wind is not helping. The moon is in the waxing crescent phase, 1% illumination. Moon set at 6:16. Next full moon in 13 days. Sunset at 5:17, sunrise at 6:58. It's cloudy, 37 in Carlsbad, partly cloudy, 33 in Roswell, cloudy and 32 in Hobbs. And it's chilly across the land of entrapment at this hour. Mostly cloudy, 29 in Albuquerque, mostly sunny, 30 in Santa Fe, cloudy, 37 in Cloudcroft, partly cloudy, 36 in Ruidoso, cloudy, 39 in Alamogordo, 31 in Las Cruces, mostly cloudy, 29 in Gallup, sunny, 25 in Farmington, cloudy, 28 in Taos, mostly sunny, 20 at Red River, windy, and 28 in Clovis, and in Lubbock, Tejas. We've got windy conditions, 31 degrees, and in El Paso City, cloudy and 34. Again, here in Artesia, it's cloudy and 35 degrees. He's a guy and he barks, and he'll bark some scores at you. That'll be coming up next on the Good Morning Artesia radio show.
Hey, Roswell, New Year's resolutions are tough. Eat better, exercise more, remember where you parked. So how about one you'll actually keep? Drive something you'll love from Roswell Ford. Roswell Ford makes trading up to a new Ford fast, fun, and easy. Right now, during the loan and lease termination event at Roswell Ford, we'll do whatever it takes to get you released from your loan or lease, even if you owe thousands more than your car, truck, or SUV is worth. So you can get massive savings on a great selection of new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles. Buy now with zero down and make no payments until Easter. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit with great rates and terms, even if your credit is less than perfect. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. All roads lead to huge American-made savings. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale, subject to lender approval. Offers not combined on select vehicles.
Artesia General Hospital presents expert tips for a healthier cold weather season. As temperatures drop, your risk for seasonal illness rises, but small daily habits can protect you. First, strengthen your immunity. Get your annual flu vaccination and keep hands clean. Second, maintain balanced nutrition. Enjoy holiday meals, but focus on vegetables, lean proteins, and mindful portions. Third, protect your skin. Heated indoor air pulls moisture away from your body. Apply moisturizer twice a day and stay well hydrated. Healthy routines don't need to be complicated, just consistent. These healthy living reminders are brought to you by Artesia General Hospital, ready to take care of you and your family.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
Do you wake up and wonder why your jaw hurts or why your teeth are sore? You could have been clenching or grinding your teeth all night and you don't even remember it. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher at Carabelli Dental, and we can provide Botox treatments as a solution for those overworked muscles. If you are eager to find a solution for pain relief, if you want to stop breaking your teeth, or maybe you want to sleep better, come experience why our patients choose Botox treatments from the experts at Carabelli Dental.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 575-622-4455.
Did you know Artesia Ford now offers mobile service? That's right, we come to you. From fluid and air filter changes, battery and wiper replacements, low tires to diagnostic scans and software updates, Artesia Ford's mobile service makes light maintenance easy and convenient. Call Stephen Chavaria, your mobile service manager today, 575-746-3578 to schedule your visit. Limited services and distances apply, so don't wait. Get service on the go with Artesia Ford.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
You know, it happens about, 2 or 3 times a week. My bumper music there, Al Jarreau, Morning Mr. Radio, and I will get a notification from YouTube. Your video is being monetized by the copyright holder. All right, whatever. It's a radio station. We play bumper music. What do you want me to do? Sad how that all works out. Anyway, the Barking Guy is here. It's time for our weekly update on all things Bulldogs, trivia, and are you paying attention? And we're going to find out. First of all, though, Scott Adams passed away last week, I think it was. And while Scott Adams was not a conservative, he got labeled as a conservative. I would consider Scott Adams, based on his commentary that I saw, to be a classic liberal. But he got painted as a conservative because he was explaining to people how Trump's persuasion techniques are such that he would probably win election to be president of the United States. And for that, he was labeled a Trump supporter and a conservative, and he was lost a lot of his friendships and his business relations. Then he came out and he made an interesting observation. There was a poll that was done amongst African Americans. And the poll, in essence, asked, do you like or whatever white people? And the majority of the people that responded to that poll that were black had problems with white people. And so his observation, it's interesting, on Martin Luther King Day, that we have a federal holiday. So his observation was, this is what he said, I'm not saying this, is what he said, was, why would you want to be around these people if they don't like and respect you? And so you could understand where he was taking that thought. Because he dared ask that question, he was canceled. His publisher dropped him. His syndicator dropped him. Newspapers dropped him, including the Roswell paper, all across the country. And so he had to self-publish and self-promote himself and his books and all this other kind of stuff. A lot of people have read his books, How to Win Bigly, and some other books that he had written, and felt that Scott Adams had changed their life. They followed some of the techniques that Scott talked about in his books, and it changed their life. Greg Gutfeld referred to Scott Adams as a mentor, and said on his show that he wouldn't have the success that he has today with his late night show and everything else were it not for the mentorship and the friendship that he had with Scott Adams. I wouldn't say that I agreed with what Scott Adams talked about on his Coffee with Scott Adams chats 100%, but what it did do is it made you think. And that's a terrible problem that we have in society today, is we have a lot of people that aren't taught critical thinking, and for whatever reason, they become so engrossed in a philosophy or a political way of thinking that they are easily led into doing things that maybe they wouldn't do if they stopped for just a minute and thought about what it was that they were being asked to think or what they're being asked to do. And so you see a lot of this going on up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and other parts of the country. I was talking to a guy. He's got family in Minnesota. He's got grandkids in Minnesota, and he said the kids are scared. The kids, the relative has a daughter that teaches, is an educator. They have children, and they're scared. They're scared of ICE. They're scared of what's going on in Minnesota. Now, Minnesota, the ICE operations are going in there to get the aliens who are here illegally, who are criminals, and rounding up other people who are here illegally anyway. But that's what they're doing, and there's so much hatred and fear that has been put out there by people who are, you would think, would be responsible and smart and in charge of things, that the people, just average everyday citizens and kids, are scared. They should not be scared. They should understand the situation, understand why these people are being rounded up and why they're being deported. And but we don't have that kind of knowledge and education. And you need to be able to discuss and debate your position if you're going to hold a position on a topic. And Scott Adams presented things in a way that made you think about, well, that makes sense, or I don't know that I agree with that. But he made you think. He challenged your thought processes, and he talked about your skill sets and how to improve your life by stacking different skills together and then making yourself more valuable to whatever it is, your family or your job or whatever. Anyway, one of the things that he would always do when he started his Coffee with Scott Adams was the simultaneous sip. And you grab a cup, whatever it is that you have your favorite beverage in, and we simultaneously take a sip together. So the barking guy and I don't know if Jeffrey does, but we're going to take a simultaneous sip. That's kith and kin. And so we do that in memory of Scott Adams, who passed away recently. And again, who's Scott Adams? Who's Scott Adams? He's the Dilbert guy. He's the cartoonist behind Dilbert. And who has not read Dilbert cartoons and laughed and chuckled and said, yeah, we have somebody like that in our office, or we do that in our office, and all that other kind of stuff. All right, let's get into the Barking Guy report. Let's take us, I guess, to last week.
Yep. We'll start with the boys.
All right.
Basketball, Hope Christian Tournament. Artesia 63, Taos 51. Charlie Campbell had 30 points. Braylon Vega 17. Artesia 64, St. Pius 48. Charlie Campbell had a double-double with 22 points and 14 rebounds. Braylon Vega had 21 points. Trent Eglin had 12 points.
Mm-hmm.
Then Artesia 78, Hope Christian 58. Braylon Vega 25 points. Charlie Campbell 22 points. Trent Eglin had 13 points and 10 rebounds for a double-double. First place. And we have on the boys bracket, we had, let's see, Bloomfield and St. Pius for third place, and St. Pius got it. And Taos and Shiprock for the Consolation Championship, and Taos got it.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Let's see. We also had JV 57, Loving 35, Carlsbad 52, 9th grade Orange 28. Portales 51, 9th grade White 13. Girls basketball. Artesia 42, Chaparral 9.
Wow.
Hope Christian Tournament, Artesia 58, West Las Vegas 28. Jenna Whitmire had 25 points. Grayson Kirkendall had 11 points. Los Lunas 58, Artesia 17. The Tigers aren't number 5 and 5A for nothing.
Nope, they're a pretty good team.
And then it was St. Pius 52, Artesia 44. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Fourth place.
They fought tough till that fourth quarter. They kind of fell behind in that fourth quarter.
And Los Lunas got the championship over Hope Christian. And in the Consolation Championship, we had Bloomfield getting it over West Las Vegas. And Taos won the 7th place game over Hot Springs.
There you go.
And I also have another score. I have Goddard 45, 9th grade White 9. Ouch.
Yeah, that hurt.
Upcoming events.
All right.
Every Thursday until July 4th. The last one will be July 2nd. Prayer meeting at 10 a.m. Lucky Duck Grill. we have a new event. We have HS Softball Bingo, March 1st, 2 to 5 p.m. at the Bulldog Training Center.
Oh, that sounds fun.
We have Recycle Art Show, March 5th through 28th, and Adopt a Tree on April the 6th.
Adopt a tree, huh? That's what Linda said.
That's what Linda is
Yeah.
is doing. I got those two from Linda. You ready for this week in radio history?
Let's do the history.
January 20th. George Burns was born in 1896.
What was it? Could sing? No, George Burns. He was quite an entertainer. He sure was.
Yeah, he was God in the Old God series.
He was. He was also Mr. Kite in Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band movie.
Yep. And Wolfman Jack was born January 21st, 1938.
Who didn't want to be like Wolfman Jack when you were wanting to be a DJ back in the day?
Yep.
Pretty famous guy. And he even, in addition to his radio gig, he was one of the co-hosts of Burt Sugarman's Midnight Special on television in the 70s, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Wolfman Jack.
Oh, yeah.
And The Fat Man premiered in 1946 on January 21st.
What was the Fat Man's gig? Did he solve crimes?
He solved crimes.
And he was fat.
And he was fat. And he would always get on the scale when, when they did the intro.
Right.
Yep, he was the Fat Man.
And the scale would break or go crazy?
And I don't think so.
Okay. See, we didn't fat shame people back in the day.
We didn't.
We had a character named the Fat Man. And we called him fat. And he was fat. And he solved crimes.
He did.
Who played the Fat Man on radio? Do you remember?
Not sure.
Okay. I'll look it up one of these days.
January 22nd, Fort Laramie premiered in 1956.
Okay.
And Raymond Burr starred in that.
That's right. That's before he became famous on television for being Perry Mason.
Yep. And January 25th, Guiding Light, soap opera. That premiered in 1937.
Then it went on to television.
Yep.
Yeah, television stole a lot of radio stuff.
It did. Well, Gunsmoke started on radio and moved to TV.
Lone Ranger.
Lone Ranger.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Bunch of them. Ready for radio history?
Let's do the radio history.
We did the radio history. The quotes.
The quotes. All right. I'm ready for the quotes. Let's see if I was, or otherwise known as, are you paying attention?
What we got is poor leadership.
Oh, I thought you were quoting Cool Hand Luke. Strother Martin. What we have here is a failure to communicate. That's from the movie.
Yeah.
No, what we have here is what?
What we got is poor leadership. This is about the D's.
About the D's in Minnesota, especially. I don't know who said that. Who said that?
Larry Scott.
Oh, at the forum.
At the forum.
That's right. That was on the radio. Okay.
On the radio.
That's right. Yeah, I think I heard him say that, now that you say that.
America knows who the good guys are. This is about Minnesota, ICE, and Renee Bad.
Yeah, America knows who's the good guy. Was he a guest on Chris DeGaulle?
It was Chris.
It was Chris. Okay. All right. Very good. I was kind of sort of paying attention.
It's an unholy alliance with the teachers union and the Democratic Party.
Was that Mark Levin?
Wasn't Mark.
Who was it?
It was Sean.
Sean, okay. I didn't get it, but I think I remember hearing it. Yep. Okay.
Stop the whining. Get back to creating new.
Get back to what?
Creating new.
Creating new.
And this is about AI.
AI. Stop this. I have no idea who said that.
Kim Commando.
Kim Commando. That makes sense. Okay.
Set an example. This is about appearance of property.
Scott Pettis.
Wasn't Scott.
Who was it?
Linda Stevens.
Linda Stevens. That's right. Talking about, set an example. Okay. That's right.
It's a huge broad-based program. This is about Obamacare.
It's a huge broad-based program. I don't know. Who's
Clay and Buck.
Clay and Buck. Okay. All right. So I got a half a point out of all that. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Where are we at?
We got the calendar.
They got the calendar. All right. We are close to the news break. So we'll take the news break, and then we'll come back and look ahead, if that's okay with you, Barking Guy.
Yep.
I was just trying to take a sneak peek at the kith and kin here. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. This is wheat with lettuce, egg, and the kith and kin special sauce. And let's see if I can hold that up to the camera there. See, it's too bright. I don't like the lighting in here. Or at least it looks too bright on my end. On the camera, it doesn't look bad. Why does it look that way on the monitor? That looks pretty good. Doesn't that look good? Smells good? Yeah, that's a pretty good one there. Let me try box number 2 before we run out of time. Ciabatta, is that ciabatta bread?
It's ciabatta.
Ciabatta with egg and cheese. You know, that looks pretty good. Pretty heavy. Smells good. That smells good. All right, we'll take a look at a couple of more kith and kin sandwiches and look at what's happening this week in Bulldog Land when we continue right after this.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. In their quest to hunt down and attack ICE agents, rioters in Minneapolis-St. Paul went as far as storming a church service yesterday. People even suspected of working for ICE, enforcing federal immigration law, were harassed. Some pro-ICE demonstrators also held gatherings over the weekend in Minneapolis-St. Paul. Demonstrations in Greenland over the weekend as President Trump stands by his declaration that the U.S. must gain control of the strategically important Arctic island. The EU is chiming in on Mr. Trump's threat of higher tariffs with threats of tariffs of its own on American goods. Spanish police say at least 39 people are confirmed dead in a high-speed train collision in southern Spain. The crash occurred last evening, and the train hit an oncoming train after derailing. Authorities still recovering bodies from the wreckage. SRNnews.com.
Brown Drug in Artesia is more than just a drugstore. We offer a variety of home health care products. Brown Drug also helps cut down on time spent waiting in line with 2 drive-up windows. Plus, Brown Drug is UPS shipping headquarters in Artesia. Our helpful staff makes it easy and convenient to ship UPS in Artesia. For your family's prescriptions and healthcare needs and easy and convenient UPS shipping, stop by Brown Drug at the corner of 4th and Washington in Artesia.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
I'm John Terrett. Happy Holiday Monday to you. The stock market is closed in New York to honor Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so let's look back to last week. Bank earnings came in. They were largely pretty good, but Wall Street took a negative view, marking down companies like Citi and Bank of America, JP Morgan and Wells Fargo. Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs turned in some pretty good business, and BlackRock has $14 trillion under asset management. What an extraordinary figure that is. The AI boom came back last week after Taiwan Semiconductor said it's investing $56 billion in CapEx spending, that's hardware, and its revenue would be up by about 30%. The Supreme Court did not decide on the legality of President Trump's tariffs. Saks Fifth Avenue filed for bankruptcy protection. In the world of crypto, Coinbase pulled support for major crypto legislation, delaying a crucial bill. The CEO is not popular on Capitol Hill, I can tell you. And so too the week ahead. Well, Davos, the great and the good in the world of economics, gathering in Switzerland all this week. Markets here closed for Martin Luther King Day, and earnings coming up from Netflix, J&J, and Intel. With business, I'm John Terry.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
It's time for the Eddie County Sports Report. Well, if this was some kind of test to what might happen at the state basketball tournament, boys basketball, the Artesia Bulldogs passed the test this past weekend, playing at the Hope Christian tournament. We told you about their victory over Taos on Thursday, but then on Friday, Artesia dominated St. Pius 64-48. Charlie Campbell, 22 points. Braylon Vega, 21. And then Artesia knocked off Hope on Saturday in the championship, 71-58. Artesia's 14-3. They went on separate runs of 9 straight points, another 9-0 run, and then 8 straight points. When they only led by 2 at one point in the third quarter, that ballooned up to 23. Vega, 25 points. Charlie Campbell, 22. Trent Egelund with 15. Carlsbad lost a couple of games on the road at Las Cruces Friday by 13, and then at Centennial, 62-45 on Saturday. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty nice to start the week. We'll be in the low to mid 50s for the afternoon high today. Once the sunshine, it might be a little bit breezy. Overnight, fairly cold. We'll be down around 20 and clear, and then we're expecting low to mid 50s again on Tuesday with plenty of sunshine. Sunny on Wednesday, and we're in the upper 50s. Thursday looks good, low 50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Well, it's kind of cloudy out there in parts of the Pecos Valley, although I'm seeing some nice sunshine and high clouds, but it's windy and chilly out there. It's 37, feels like 21. Our humidity is at 44%. The dew point is 17 degrees. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 15, gusting to 25 miles per hour. Pressure 30.19 and on the rise. Our air quality index is 54, which is moderate air quality. Our high today, 11 degrees below the average for this date. We're going to hit 52 today. Normally we're at 63. The sun is setting at 5:17, rising at 6:58. The moon is in the waxing crescent phase and will set at 6:16. The next full moon is in 13 days. We're going to stay below average for a few days. Sunny and only 54 tomorrow, 56 on Wednesday, cloudy and 63 on Thursday, but then we could see some rain Friday and Saturday with highs of 57 on Friday and only 40 on Saturday, cloudy and 41 on Sunday. We stay into the 40s early next week. We don't really start warming back up again until next weekend. Windy, 39 in Carlsbad, 35 in Roswell, 35 and cloudy in Hobbs. And again, it's cloudy and 37 degrees here in Artesia. Barking Guy, we've got a schedule for this week coming up. You want to tell us what's going on?
Sure.
All right.
Today, Monday, January 19th, MLK Day, no school. Fly your flags.
We've got, what is it, I'm going to get in trouble. Is it the Downtown Lions Club that puts out the flags around town?
I think so.
I think so. Well, we've got ours in front of our building. Thank you, guys and gals. Club.
Yep, and I'm flying mine.
Yeah.
And FFA State Parliamentary Procedure Contest today.
Parley Pro.
Parley Pro.
Yeah.
20th, tomorrow. 8th grade Orange. Basketball versus Mountain View, 4 and 5:30. Girls first and boys. 4:30 and 6. 9th grade Orange versus Roswell. And JV and varsity basketball. They're at Roswell. 4, 5:30 and 7. The JVs are at 4. Girls at 5:30. Boys at 7. And the varsity games are on the radio.
That's right.
JV and varsity wrestling. They're at Hobbs Duel. 5:30 p.m. Thursday, 22nd. 8th grade Orange versus Sierra, 4 and 5:30. Orange basketball versus Hobbs Gold. I think it's 9th grade, 4 and 6. 4:30 and 6.
Okay.
For those. Friday, 23rd. HS Swim Invitational. The diving is at Hobbs.
Okay.
The swimming is on Saturday here.
Oh, okay.
At 11.
Got it.
Also on Friday, JV and wrestling is the Oil Patch Tournament in Hobbs. Varsity wrestling, the Rio Grande Duel in Albuquerque. And in the basketball is versus Hobbs here. 4 for the JVs, 5:30 the girls, 7 the boys. The varsity's on the radio.
That's right.
Also on Saturday, cheerleading is at Spirit in the South competition in Hobbs.
Okay.
Varsity wrestling at Spencer Core Memorial in West Las Vegas.
West Las Vegas High School, which is in Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Yep. And I like to, when I write Las Vegas, I do it with the dollar signs.
That's right. That's right.
Even though that Las Vegas doesn't have gambling, but I did gamble in Las Vegas, New Mexico with the lottery.
I was going to say either the lottery or an Indian casino.
It was the lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a scratch-off ticket and won $10.
Hey, good for you.
And I just had to do it.
That's right. That's right. Not a bad thing.
Also on Saturday is the Texas Tech game.
That's right.
Versus Houston, I think the pregame's at 3:30.
Let me look and see here. I can answer your question if you'll give me just a moment. Yes, pregame at 3:30, tip-off at 4:30.
Yep. On Sunday, we have the Elks Lodge District Hoop Shoot.
Oh, really? Okay.
At the pit at 1 p.m.
All right.
And that's what we got this week.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what we have here from the old Kith and Kin department. We looked at a couple of these, didn't we?
We did.
And let's look at a couple more. Oh, ham
That
and
one's got
croissant.
ham.
See, now that looks pretty good right there. Flaky croissant, ham, egg, and then we have one more to look at. And I see turkey. I see turkey, croissant, egg. See how big that croissant is? That is really awesome.
I love their turkey.
Oh, their turkey is wonderful. Their croissants, and they bake all their breads and all that other stuff. I tell you, it's a great place to get a cup of coffee, sit down and relax for an afternoon snack. They've got pastries to go well with your coffee. They search the world over for the best in beans, bring them in, roast them right here. So, yeah, drink local. Drink Kith and Kin. We'll take a sip here, yes. I'm not sure what Jeffrey got. We'll find out next hour what Jeffrey got. It looked weird, but he's happy with it. So as long as he's happy.
As long as he's happy, we're happy.
That's right. A happy Jeffrey is a good Jeffrey when it comes to doing a morning show. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's it for the report, isn't it?
Yep.
All right.
And I got one more thing to say.
And that is?
Go Dogs. Arf!
Get ready for the funnest night of the year in Artesia. The Artesia Arts Council presents the second annual Dueling Pianos fundraiser featuring killer keys. It's an all-request, high-energy battle of the pianos where you pick the playlist. Join us Thursday, January 29th at the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center for a night of comedy and music that supports art education and cultural programming right here in our community. Tickets are limited. Reserve your seat now at artesiaartscouncil.com. That's artesiaartscouncil.com. See you at the show.
There is a difference.
When was the last time a bank asked you about your needs or your goals? When you're a member of Artesia Credit Union, you get to use your money for something more important than fees and finance charges. You get to use your money for you. Membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Become a member of Artesia Credit Union today and see what your partners can do for you. North 5th Street in Artesia or online at artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hey Artesia, are you looking for something beautiful, meaningful, and made right here at home? Come visit Sunflowers at 1010 West Main, your local flower shop that's all about community. From fresh, handcrafted floral arrangements to stunning custom turquoise jewelry and locally made leather goods, we celebrate the artistry of New Mexico every day. Stop by, say hello, and support the heart of Artesia. Call us at 575-748-1010 or visit us online at sunflowersartesia.com. Come celebrate community, connection, and the spirit of Artesia. Sunflowers, where there's joy in every bloom.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
Mac Energy Corporation is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advancements in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. Mac Energy strives to use these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy in the years to come. More importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us as we focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and community, visit us at MEC.com.
At Permian Construction, we're more than builders. We're your neighbors. Proudly serving communities across the Permian Basin, we specialize in commercial projects from $50,000 to $5 million, delivering quality, efficiency, and peace of mind. With our construction management at-risk approach, we handle every detail from design to completion, so you can count on results done right. Built on hometown pride and strong values, Permian Construction is committed to growing the places we all call home. Learn more at PermianConstruction.com, where Maggie the Bulldog says, which means go Bulldogs.
Get a built-in look with a Whirlpool flush mount dishwasher that installs flush with the surrounding cabinets at Bush Appliance in Roswell. A third rack provides space for silverware and hard-to-fit utensils. Plus, this dishwasher meets ADA standards for acceptable design. Shop Whirlpool dishwashers today at Bush Appliance in Roswell. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell or call 575-622-6390.
Looking for the right ride at the right price? Come to Tate Branch Artesia and check out our used cars. We've got a huge selection of all makes, all models, and every color you can imagine. Priced right to fit your budget. Many vehicles have payments under $500 and come with a lifetime powertrain warranty for your peace of mind. Bad credit upside down in your trade? No problem. We work with all credit and we'll fight to get you approved. Experience the Tate Branch difference today, where great cars, great prices, and great people come together. Stop by Tate Branch at 919 South 1st Street in Artesia or visit us online at tatebranchartesia.com.
Hey, we're back. Barking Guy made his choice, and we were a little off. One of these sandwiches has bacon on it. The wheat bread with lettuce and the special sauce and everything, that's got bacon. Okay, let's see here. We got a few minutes left. Let's grab the old clipboard and see if there's anything going on today. Let's see. Seek First basketball. They've got games on the 9th and 16th of February. Practice starts February 2nd. Both practice and game nights start January 19th, which is tonight. They've got practice and game night tonight. Practice is 5:30 to 6:30. Games are 6:30 to 7:30 for second and third graders, 7 to 8 for fourth and fifth graders. If you'd like to help out, get a hold of Pastor Ben. So that's getting started tonight. Vitalant, what are they doing with blood drives this week? Looks like tomorrow they're going to be at the Top Knock Archery in the lobby in Carlsbad from 11 to 3. That's tomorrow, 2101 South Canal. Then on Saturday, they're going to be in the main office in Roswell at number 3 Grand Avenue Plaza from 11 to 2:30. As always, if you'd like to make an appointment or have questions about donating blood, 575-625-9743. So that's this week. And then next week, the Bloodmobile will be in Carlsbad, and the rest of the blood drives will be in Roswell. So they'll be in Carlsbad with the Bloodmobile on the 27th. Memorial Family Practice is upgrading. Please check in at the ER lobby at Artesia General Hospital. Follow all posted safety signs, and that will be underway for quite a while. They're doing all the flooring, and it's going to be a busy, busy time. President Trump has asked the American people to come together and pray for our nation until July 4th. The prayer gathering is every Thursday at the Lucky Duck Restaurant from 10 to 11. Come and go during the hour. Everyone is welcome. Let's talk about memory health. Addressing memory health issues with a loved one can be a difficult challenge. Many of us don't know where to start. The Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce's Age-Friendly Council invites you to join them for a free community seminar on dementia and memory loss. Thursday, January 22nd, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Pecos River Village Conference Center. Lunch will be provided. If you'd like to attend, you can contact Kyle Marksteiner, and his number is 575-887-3504. If you'd like to be a vendor or have a nonprofit booth, you can contact Mia Peacock, coordinator at eddycountyhc.org. But that's coming up on Thursday of this week, the 22nd, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So attend or be a vendor. Hey, this weekend is the Dodging Through the Snow 5v5 Co-Ed Dodgeball Tournament that the Artesia Rec Department is putting on. They will have concessions, prizes for best uniforms, division winners, and best team name. So if you'd like to come out and watch, ages 6 to 8 will be... those are the age divisions: 6 to 8, 9 to 11, 12 to 14, and 15 up. And the dodgeball will be Friday the 23rd and Saturday the 24th. The next parent training opportunity with the Artesia Public Schools will be on Monday the 26th, 1 week from today. It'll be 6 to 7 p.m. at the Bulldog Administration and Training Center. The Parenting with Purpose, Routines, and Behavior Strategies with Lynn Worley and Kelly Brewer. Lynn is the principal, elementary school principal. Kelly is a teacher. So this will be on Monday, January 26th, Parenting with Purpose, Routines and Behavior Strategies. So put this in your calendar for a week from today on Monday at 6 p.m. at the Bulldog Training Center. We had the ladies in talking about this last week. Barbara Britton and Remy Gibbs. Flourish, a woman's community. This is where women connect, grow, and rise together. It's a bi-weekly gathering on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday. So the next Tuesday event would be the 27th. So not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. 5:30 p.m. and they meet in the meeting room of Kith and Kin in Artesia. This is a free event. Donations are appreciated. It's part networking, part friendship building, part personal development, all wrapped in supportive, judgment-free space created just for women. We laugh, we learn, and we lift each other up as we nourish our minds, strengthen our resilience, and grow into the women we're becoming. If you're craving community, inspiration, and meaningful conversations, this is your place. And again, the next one for February is not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, Tuesday the 27th, 5:30 p.m. at the Kith and Kin back room in Artesia. Still have a chance to get your tickets for the Artesia High School Lady Dogs fundraiser raffle. Tickets are $5 each, 5 for $20. You need not be present to win. There are some home games coming up where you can buy some tickets or just find any Lady Bulldog basketball booster. First prize is a custom processed half of beef. That's pretty cool. Second prize is the other half. Third prize is an iPad Pro 13 Wi-Fi and cell with the Magic Keyboard. Fourth prize is an Apple Watch 11 Aluminium. And fifth prize is a $500 gift card. Drawing will be at the Pit coming up on January 30. Stick around. Gen X Trivia with Jeffrey coming up in the next hour. This is KSVP Artesia, K229AS Artesia. It's 9 o'clock.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. During a Sunday service at City's Church in Minneapolis yesterday.
So you can see the protesters here have gathered over here. They're in the middle of the church. In the beginning of the church service, the pastor was speaking.
A description of the scene from a social media video post by the Center for Baptist Leadership from townhall.com. GOP strategist Aaron McGuire is calling for prosecutions of the protesters.
If there was attacks, if people broke the laws, not only should there be a thorough and full investigation, but the long arm of justice and the heavy hand of the law should be absolutely brought down on these individuals, and they should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
McGuire spoke with the Salem Radio Network. Spanish rescue crews are desperately searching for survivors at the scene of a deadly high-speed train collision. Left at least 39 people dead in southern Spain.
Video footage released by the Guardia Civil shows rescue workers evacuating the injured as they investigate the rubble. The collision occurred when at the tail end of a train travelling between Malaga and Madrid with some 300 passengers went off the rails near Cordoba at 7:45 p.m. Spanish time. It slammed into a train coming from Madrid to Huelva, another southern Spanish city, according to rail operator Adif. The Spanish Red Cross has set up a health centre in the town of Adamuz near the crash site, offering assistance to emergency services and people seeking information. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
President Trump is threatening tariffs against European countries that work against U.S. acquisition of Greenland. The EU plans an emergency summit on Thursday to determine its response to the president's threat. A Nigerian lawmaker says more than 150 worshippers have been abducted in Nigeria after gunmen attacked several churches. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Hi, it's Mike Gallagher. Now that we're finally into the new year, a lot of us are thinking about taxes, home projects we've been putting off, ways to get ahead financially in 2026. Now's the perfect time to talk to my friends at Fellowship Home Loans. If you want to lower your mortgage payment, they can help you refinance. If you need access to cash for home improvements or to wipe out high-interest debt, their fixed-rate line of credit is one of the best tools out there. Fast approval, predictable rate, and flexibility to use your home's equity wisely. Remember, many people still qualify to skip their next 2 mortgage payments. Imagine starting big projects or paying down debt with 2 months of breathing room. My family and I have used Fellowship personally. I trust these guys. Take control of 2026. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/MikeG, 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 or call 800-510-MIKE. That's 800-510-6453. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, equal housing lender, NMLS number 819382.
Despite economic growth of 5% last year, China says its economy is facing serious challenges this year.
The key to the country's growth lies in exports and finding new markets outside the United States after Donald Trump imposed tariffs on Chinese goods. Beijing still has serious domestic challenges. A slump in the property market has many households curbing their spending. Local governments are deep in debt and youth unemployment remains stubbornly high. China has also recorded the lowest birth rate on record in 2025, despite huge government incentives to encourage more couples to have children.
The BBC's Laura Bicker. A shooting at a town hall in the northern Czech Republic has left one person dead, 4 others wounded, including a police officer. Police say the attacker was fatally shot earlier today and there's no further danger to the public. News and analysis, townhall.com. Mid-sized cities all across the country are increasingly converting one-way streets to two-way traffic.
Transportation planners view this step as one of the easiest ways to improve safety. They also see this as one of the easiest ways to make downtowns more alluring to shoppers, restaurant patrons, and would-be residents. Almost all streets initially started as two-way before a mass exodus to the suburbs prioritized speedy commutes over walkability. Indianapolis is in the middle of a $60 million conversion effort.
Correspondent Andrew Stewart. Hackers have disrupted Iranian state television to air footage supporting the exiled crown prince. The footage calls for security forces to not point your weapons at the people. This comes amid ongoing nationwide demonstrations in Iran and the crackdown that has left at least 3,900 people dead. More on these stories, townhall.com.
As KSVP Radio celebrates 80 years of broadcasting in 2026, one of our longest-running features is the KSVIP. We love recognizing our local residents and listeners for great accomplishments in their lives. If it's a birthday, anniversary, promotion, retirement, new family member, you name it, they're worthy of being a KSVIP. To nominate a special person who will receive recognition on the radio and a flower from Nell's Floral, call 575-746-2751.
Mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so wide and nerdy. Think I'm just too wide and nerdy. Think I'm just too wide and nerdy. Can't you see I'm wide and nerdy? Look at me, I'm wide and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters, but so far they all think I'm too wide and nerdy. Think I'm just too wide and nerdy. Think I'm just too wide and nerdy. I'm just too wide and nerdy. Really wide and nerdy.
Class here at MIT, got skills, I'm a champion of D&D. MC Escher, that's my favorite MC. Keep your 40 out, just have a...
Hey, good morning, and welcome once again to the Good Morning Artesia radio show. We are back. Sam liked my train update. I posted a train update on the Facebook page. And we're working on a couple of things. Anyway, we won't have a market report with Aaron today, so I'll have to tell the dad jokes and the Gen X trivia with Jeffrey. And so we'll have Jeffrey join us here in a minute. We'll do the weather first. But no Aaron today. It is a federal holiday, so there's no banking today. There's no mail today. No school today. Senior Center is closed. The library is closed. And everything will be back to normal tomorrow. We're here. And we've got some basketball and sports on the radio and on the TV this week. Looking at the schedule. Of course, last week the Artesia Bulldogs won the Hope Christian basketball tournament up in Albuquerque. The girls came in 4th in that tournament. So congratulations to the boys and the girls representing well up in Albuquerque. Tomorrow, boys and girls are headed up to Roswell to take on the Coyotes. And we'll have radio and TV coverage of that for you here on KSVP and KSVPTV.com. Goddard girls are going to be hosting Clovis tomorrow evening. So boys and girls, 5:30 doubleheader. And the game with Clovis, that's a girls' JV varsity game, and we'll carry the varsity game at 7 tomorrow night. Then on Friday, we've got a basketball doubleheader with Hobbs. Joe Carpenter and his Lady Eagles will come to town. That's going to be a tough challenge. That'll be here in Artesia at the Pit, 5:30 for the girls varsity, and then the boys varsity right after that. Saturday, Goddard boys will be taking on Santa Teresa. That'll be Saturday afternoon at 2:30 for the varsity. And Texas Tech men's basketball, they're taking on Houston. 3:30 pregame, 4:30 tip on radio. That'll be on radio. Goddard boys will be on the TV. Artesia boys and girls with Hobbs, that'll be radio and TV. Anyway, we'll get that all in and get that all covered for you this week as we're getting closer to district getting started for the boys and the girls. Let's take a look at our weather. It's kind of unpleasant out there with the wind and the wind chill. Steve-O, what you got for us here?
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty nice to start the week. We'll be in the low to mid 50s for the afternoon high today.
Nice.
Lots of sunshine. It might be a little bit breezy. Overnight, fairly cold. We'll be down around 20 and clear, and then we're expecting low to mid 50s again on Tuesday with plenty of sunshine. Sunny on Wednesday, and we're in the upper 50s. Thursday looks good, low 50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Nice. It's 39 degrees, feels like 22. And the breezes are going to be with us through most of the morning. 52 for a high today. Sunny and 54 tomorrow, 56 on Wednesday, cloudy 63 on Thursday, and then we have a chance of rain affecting our weather Friday and Saturday, and highs only in the 40s. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. So it's going to stay cool for a while. Our humidity is at 40%. The dew point is 17. Winds are out of the north at 16, gusting to 24. Pressure 30.20 and on the rise. Our air quality is 63, which is moderate. Our high today, 11 degrees below the average daily high for this date. Feels like 22. Yeah. The moon is in the waxing crescent phase. Moon set at 6:16. Sunset at 5:17. Sunrise at 6:58. Windy, 41 in Carlsbad, 38 in Roswell, mostly cloudy, 38 in Hobbs, America. That's our weather update. All right, Jeffrey, you want to pop in here for some news headlines and other stuff? I do appreciate the fact folks are liking my video that I posted from the train club from yesterday. We have our train club meeting every Sunday, and I was working on my signals, crossing signals controller, and sounds like Peter's ordered the switcher controller that we need. So, and then we were kind of looking at my cheap Chinese lights that I bought. So what we're going to do right now, we go from the east side to the west side. There's two tracks that go back and forth between the two that in essence tie the two parts of the layout together. So it's one big layout. And we're going to, there's four turnouts that are involved, that if you throw the turnouts a certain way, you stay in the room that you're in. And if you throw them another way, you go back and forth from the other rooms. And so I bought some cheap, they're like $15, 12 to 24 volt DC. And I'm going to mount one on each side of the opening that goes back and forth between the two rooms. So if you're on the east side going to the west side, if the light is green, that means the switches are thrown to where you can go ahead and go into the other side. But if the light is red, you better stop, or there's going to be a derailment.
A crash.
Yeah. So we'll put one of these on each side of the wall, so that when you're on the east side looking to the west, it'll tell you how the switches are thrown on the west side.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're on the west coming into the east, it'll tell you how the switches are thrown coming in. And the other goal, too, is because we have a couple guys that forget to reset the turnouts for main line operations, causing derailments. So we're going to try to eventually get every turnout that's on a main line on a switch controller hooked up to our computer system, so that when we power up the system every day, I run a script.
Yeah.
And it basically sets the status of all the turnouts for mainline operation.
Okay.
So that when Goofus forgets to put the turnout switch back on the main line, the computer will say, hey, we're going to start operations today. I see that Goofus left this in the wrong position. We're going to put it in the right position.
It needs to say danger, danger. Will Robinson, danger.
This thing I bought for $15 does have a buzzer.
Yeah.
And so if you hook it up to the same circuit as whether it's red or green, let's just say red is bad, not only will the light be green, but it'll be bah, 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 which we could then wire up for what you're saying. But I've got I figured out the wiring on the signal controller, so that we'll finish that up this weekend, at least on the crossing, the road that crosses by Dow Park. There's actually a Dow Park on our layout now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm memorialized with a statue.
They did do a statue.
There is a statue in Dow Park.
Do you got some headphones on?
That would be awesome. It actually looks like I have a raincoat and I'm getting ready to flash everybody is what it looks like. So,
our man on the street.
That's what
streaking on the street with Dean Dow.
That'd be crazy. So anyway, enough of my train stuff. Although it's just kind of exciting getting all this stuff figured out. This company that I bought all this stuff out of Florida, they also make a defect detector. So anybody that's a rail fan that goes out and watches trains has a scanner. And the railroads are using defect detectors, and it's a series of scanners that as the train passes through this scanner array, it's checking for the temperature of the axles. And if the axles are above a certain temperature, that's usually an indication of a problem.
Right.
And the defect detector will pick that up and will report that.
And it will say, danger, danger.
Not quite.
Oh, man.
So so this company, and you'll hear it, it's an automated voice. Mile marker 642. 74 axles. 0 defects. Kind of a robotic voice or something similar to that. So this company has invented, through their technology, their scanner technology, detector technology, they've created a defect detector.
Oh, that's cool.
And it supposedly is precise enough to tell you how many cars are on a train. So you program it up. You give it whatever mile marker it is. I mean, they don't know.
Right.
So you give it whatever mile marker it is, and then it will report how many cars are on that train. And I thought, we ought to put a couple of those where we're coming out of tunnels.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's hard to get to. So if you know that you have a 20-car train, it'll pass by this scanner, and it's Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll Bluetooth to your phone, and it'll report how many cars are on your train. And I'm thinking, well, that's pretty cool when we're running a merchant car train at the fair and we've got, 20 cars on the train. It'll say, mile marker 16, 20 cars, no defects. We need to have that at a few spots around the layout so that, wait a minute, I'm supposed to have 20 cars. That said it had 16. Stop the trains. We got 4 cars that came off somewhere. I'm thinking that might be kind of cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
And then if we could tie it to a speaker outside so when people are sitting there watching the trains at the train, at the fair, the defect detector will announce.
Yeah, no defects.
No defects. Or I don't know if it will announce defects. I don't know that it knows what a defect is with that. But anyway, it's kind of interesting. I talked to the guy. I forget where they are. I'd have to look it up. But they're down in Florida making stuff for model trains.
That's cool.
And there's a business. Chris DeGaulle.
Mm-hmm.
He's got relatives that are in the model train business.
Oh.
They own a company called Scale Trains.
Oh, wow.
Or at least they're a part of the company that's ownership of the company called Scale Trains.
Do you have any scale trains on your layout?
I bought one when I was in the rehab hospital. I get an email or a text from Peter. Hey, they're having a sale on these Milwaukee Road locomotives. You ought to get one. And so I told Lana, and she said no. And then I ordered it. So, yes, I do have a Scale Trains Milwaukee Road locomotive.
She said no, and you waited till she left the room?
No, she was here.
Oh.
This was on the time when she was here and I was there. And so...
And there's just some miscommunication. I
didn't understand it was garbled. Garbled communications. No came out as, that's awesome. You ought to get one.
Yeah, everyone translate the Charlie Brown voice a little different.
That's right. Hey, the NFL news. The Buffalo Bills fired their coach today. They didn't get to the next level, and they haven't for a while, and so now they fired him.
Yeah, they've usually been losing in the AFC Championship. Last couple of years, it seems like they've...
Kansas City.
Yeah, it was always the Kansas City Buffalo Bills, and I guess they're like, okay, even though the Kansas City Chiefs aren't any good this year, you still lost?
Yeah, you're out of here. Yeah. They didn't fire Andy Reid in Kansas City.
No.
Then Mike Tomlin, when Pittsburgh lost, he quit.
Yeah.
I want to do something else.
How long was he there?
I think it was 18 years.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Eddie sent me a text. He drives all over New Mexico to fish. And I noticed it only sprays chemtrails in this area alone. Look outside to the north. I guess there's a lot of chemtrails to the north today. And let's see.
It's so windy. I keep getting distracted by the flag. Just, in the reflection. I'm like, what is... Oh, that's the flag.
That's the flag. Let's see. He was asking about the trains. HO scale. This is at the layout in Roswell at the Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds.
So what are... Okay, so is that just the half of the O
it's
scale?
half O.
Okay, and the O is the normal that you see.
It's like your Lionel trains, the 3-rail trains is Lionel, and that's O scale.
O scale.
And then half O is...
The H to the ISO.
Is HO, and then half of that is N.
N?
Is half of HO.
What is a G scale?
That's a good question. It varies. Some people think it means garden train,
right?
And but there's different variants of G scale.
Okay.
But G scales are pretty big.
That's when I was a kid, I always wanted those.
Yeah.
And I think the one that would always run around the Christmas tree was O scale because most of the granddads were O scale.
Yeah.
And as a little kid, I always wanted
Oh yeah.
the ones right around the yard.
Well, the problem with the O scale is that you you got to have a lot of space to do a complicated layout, and that's why HO became so popular. But then there's some people that don't have that much space, and they'll do N scale, and you can get a lot of stuff. I shared a video with the Train Club guys. It's back east somewhere, and this is normally a automotive channel on YouTube. But they got word of a house where I guess the couple or the husband had passed away, and the house is for sale or whatever, and it's above the garage, and this guy was German and was a carpenter.
Oh.
And so they go up to the room above the garage, and it's this massive HO layout, super, super, super detailed.
Yeah.
I mean, the lights on the cars light or flash. I mean, it's every inch of the layout is super detailed.
Yeah.
European, German, Austrian scenes. So you've got train stations and passenger trains and villages and cities and churches having weddings and mountain scenes. I mean, it is super, super detailed. And then the cabinet work. The guy had done the cabinet where all of the controllers and the modules and everything are hidden behind wooden panels that you open up, and then there's all the stuff that you use that's controlling everything. And I was screaming at the TV because they didn't know how to run the trains. They couldn't figure out how to work the trains. And I'm like, punch in the number on the locomotive, and I bet it runs, But they weren't figuring all that out. And they were just saying, look, the family doesn't want any. They just want to have it go someplace where it's going to be taken care of and going to be operated. So hopefully somebody did that. And it reminded me of somebody that we know who's had a relative pass away recently, and I don't know what happened to their, but they had a shed with a train, and it's usually what happens to these things. The guy puts all this time and effort, builds it, it's really fancy, puts a lot of money into it, but when they pass away, it really becomes worthless unless somebody wants to take that layout over. That's the sad thing about the hobby.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when I was a kid, it was in Granddad's attic. And as I got older, I could touch more.
Yeah.
It was so excited to get old enough to be able to see the layout.
Yeah.
and not have to stand on something to
touch it.
But those were, he always had an awesome layout. And then, of course, they had some places, I can't even remember the name of it, but it was bigger than our building. And for Christmas, the coolest train layout deal and going through rooms all over. It was just always need to be back in Virginia in December sometime so I can see that again.
Yeah, check it out. It's amazing. So it's one of those hobbies that there's a lot of technology in it now, and which I enjoy and playing around with, but the value of the stuff is not, does anybody want it? And if nobody wants it, then it's, unfortunately, it's not worth anything, and that's kind of the shame of it. But it's when people have fun putting stuff together and doing all that, it's amazing to see the little scenes. And I saw there's a guy out of Canada that I watch, and he had cars moving on his road.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been looking at some of that, and some people have been 3D printing the system.
Yeah, that is cool.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I just don't know how reliable it is. And the ones that the guys have really worked everything out to make it work, it's really, really expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And so I don't think we need to have that on our on our layout. But
have you done painted any cars? Or
I haven't. No, we've got a couple members that love to weather their locomotives and stuff. I'm an anti-weatherer and an anti-graffitier. You leave my locomotives alone. I want them looking just like they came out of the box, But some people, there's a skill at doing that, and they look really. It's pretty impressive. Just don't do it to mine. You do it to yours. You leave mine alone.
Because I played with these they were metal figures, kind of like it wasn't Dungeons and Dragons, but that type of, in painting them, you have to get those tiny brushes that when you're actually painting, I never use those little tiny brushes, but then for those little ogres and whatever, you're like, and it was, I got that idea, or got into that from when I was as a kid, I got the aircraft carrier, the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier.
There you go.
Which was like the coolest thing I'd ever gotten. And my mom took like a big blue sheet and then put some other things on it, sewed it in so it looked like the ocean, and then there's an island, put the aircraft carrier on there, and so that kind of got me into that. Oh, that's cool what Mom did, but I can now do it with.
There's people that model those things in their they can actually float, and they put little motors in them, and they'll do maneuvers on rivers or ponds or whatever with it. Not rivers, but ponds and things like that. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, you think about it. There's a miniature version or a hobby version of just about everything that's that you can imagine that's out there. So
I saw a video of some that are like construction, like your cat vehicles, and they're all working, and so he's able to basically animatronic everything to a real construction site where it looks like they're building a skyscraper.
Yeah, Eddie says he used to be in the hobby, he had N scale, but the store started to deplete in Albuquerque, and that is something that has happened, and that's I think that's part of our governor's grand plan because she has stock in Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
It is hard to find hobby shops, but hobby shops are nice because you get to talk to people and look at things and have the hands-on look at something that you want to get, but then they don't have everything, and so if they don't have everything, you wind up going to a lot of the places that have shops will have an online presence. Like I bought something here recently, I'm waiting for it to come in from Lombard Hobbies in Lombard, Illinois, which is not far from, or it's part of Chicago, which reminds me, I need to find out where that decoder is because I ordered one.
That sounds like it should be in Wisconsin, not Illinois.
Lombard Hobbies. Let's see. My order is shipping soon. Let's see. That was Tuesday. Your order has been updated. It has been shipped.
No, I thought you were going to say, it's in the outbox.
It's in the outbox. So let's see where it is. So what you need to do is need to find maybe a local hobby shop in Lubbock or El Paso or something like that and support them so that they stay in business. But at the same time, you might have to get one that you like that's online.
Yeah.
So let's see. Newsletter sign up. Anyway, I'll try to find out where it is. I think that's the password for the website. Let me continue. LombardHobby.com. There's the order. It has been shipped. It was shipped January 13th. So where is it?
Why is it not here?
I can print the invoice, shipping details, UPS ground. Well, that's UPS. So I should be able to track it.
Yes, you should.
All right. Well, I'll work on that later. All right. You ready for some trivia?
Yes.
Let's see. Which was not a job held by Whoopi Goldberg? God. So I'm going to give you 4 jobs.
All right.
3 of which she allegedly did.
All right.
1 of which she did not. I'm actually going to give you 5. I'm going to give you 5.
Okay.
Again, 1 of which she did not do.
Okay.
4 of which she did do. Was she ever an A, bricklayer?
Like playing basketball bricklayer, or?
It doesn't say. B, mortuary cosmetologist. That is a thing.
And I can actually see her enjoying that.
And that's an actual thing. Boy, he looks so good. Well, yeah, they did makeup and everything. C, bank teller. D, cab driver. Or E, intelligent sounding political commentator on a ladies' talk show.
Okay, and this is what she did not do?
That's right.
Okay, there was a bricklayer,
mortuary cosmetologist, bank teller, cab driver, or intelligent commentator on issues of the day with a panel of other ladies.
Okay, well, she didn't do that because she's not intelligent.
That's right.
But then there's another one?
Yeah, there's another one that she did not do.
I'll say a bricklayer.
No, she was a bricklayer.
No.
And she was a mortuary cosmetologist. She was a bank teller.
Oh, so she was not a taxi
She's not
driver?
a cab driver. But she did earn money as a phone sex operator.
That makes sense.
At one time in her life. So, that's our Whoopi Goldberg. So, cab driver. She's never been a cab driver. She might want to think about it.
Well, you know, one thing I do have to say is now I know a lot more about Whoopi Goldberg than I ever wanted to know.
There you go. Tomorrow on Gen X Trivia, the Eagles.
All right.
Not the football team. The Eagles.
All right.
If Scott does it. And if he doesn't ask the question, then we'll ask it on Wednesday.
And I will not be here.
You will not be here tomorrow. Okay. So,
so Scott will ask Wildman. Or I'll text it in.
Right. Or he won't do it at all because he's got other things to talk about.
And we'll do it on Wednesday.
And we'll do it on Wednesday. But it's about the Eagles. The Eagles. See, what does he have tomorrow? He's got boys basketball, Coach Mondragon.
Yep.
Artesia General Hospital update. He thought it was last week.
That is because someone looked at the wrong date on the calendar.
Chamber chat tomorrow. And Eddy County DWI Task Force.
All right.
On the schedule for tomorrow. Wednesday, public school calendar. County Commission update. Grammy's house and CVE.
All right.
Thursday, girls basketball. And then on the church pastor segment, Mark from Artesia Classical Academy is going to be here. And then the Ocotillo update. And then on Friday, we just have Linda and the library.
Linda and the library.
So we'll see if we can get anybody else on Friday. Okay. Let's take a break for some other news items. Thank you, Jeffrey. And we'll be back on the other side.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need them most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
Big updates are underway at Memorial Family Practice. Starting January 12th, while we renovate to better serve you, all family practice patients, including walk-ins, will check in through the emergency room lobby. Just follow the signs and let our friendly team take it from there. We appreciate your patience as we create a more modern, comfortable space for your care. Memorial Family Practice. Better space, same great care. This message is from Artesia General Hospital.
Oh,
Oh, man.
What's wrong, honey?
Oh, the water softener's out of salt again. I don't have time to get any.
Well, then call Artesia Soft Water. They can deliver it and even put it in the softener if you ask them to. And check this out. They also have an app for your phone called Easy Salt. It'll remind us when it's almost out of salt.
Oh, of course. I should have known that. I'll call them today.
Artesia Soft Water. 575-746-3822.
Water, 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 water. Artesia Soft Water.
Did you know Artesia Ford now offers mobile service? That's right, we come to you. From fluid and air filter changes, battery and wiper replacements, low tires to diagnostic scans and software updates, Artesia Ford's mobile service makes light maintenance easy and convenient. Call Stephen Chavaria, your mobile service manager today, 575-746-3578 to schedule your visit. Limited services and distances apply, so don't wait. Get service on the go with Artesia Ford.
Home health care is health care in the comfort of your own home when you cannot care for yourself. Home care services can help someone who has chronic health care issues, medical setbacks, or health impairments. J&J Home Care has the best skilled nurses and therapists for any of your special needs. So why pick a stranger to care for those you love when you can pick your beloved neighbor with over 30 years of experience? J&J Home Care is here for all your home care needs. Call us now at 575-746-2892 or visit us at jjhc.org.
Sure, you can inspect your own roof, get out that rickety ladder, prowl around up there and try to spot the problem until... Or you can call the experts at Do Right Roofing. Do Right Roofing has quality products for any type of roof. They can even install seamless gutters. Do Right Roofing will inspect your roof and give you a free estimate fast. Keep your feet on the ground. Call Do Right Roofing today.
575-623-2273. Let Do Right do your roof right.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Hey, Bulldog athletics and fans, ready to fuel up after the big game? Schlotzsky's in Artesia has the mouth-watering favorites you crave. From our bold sandwiches stacked high to crisp, fresh salads, piping hot pizzas, and fully loaded calzones. There's something for every Bulldog appetite. So whether you're gearing up to play or cheering from the stands, power your Bulldog pride with flavor that always wins. Schlotzsky's Artesia, fueling Bulldog athletes and fans, one bite at a time. So I threw this one out. This is a little trivia question. I think I know the answer. Little brain teaser for you to think about this morning. What happened to it? Darn it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let's throw this out here for you. Jeffrey and I had to think about it for a bit. 50. No, I'm sorry. I keep saying it wrong. All right, let me pull it up here. Little brain teaser for you to think about during the news. The answer, by the way, is not 300. So I'll tell you what the answer is not. All right, think about this. 500 divided by half plus 50 is what? 500 divided by half plus 50 is what? And it's not 300. Think about that while we listen to the news headlines.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. President Trump's interest in the U.S. acquiring Greenland continues to face serious blowback from some longtime American allies, including Canada. European Union countries are threatening retaliatory tariffs if President Trump makes good on his threat to slap them with higher tariffs over the Greenland issue. Mr. Trump says Russia and China in particular covet the resource-rich island, which is essential to U.S. national security. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry says sending active-duty soldiers to Minnesota for an immigration crackdown is ridiculous and unconstitutional, even as anti-ICE demonstrations grow increasingly disruptive. Spanish rescue crews are desperately searching for survivors at the scene of a deadly high-speed train collision that killed at least 39 people in southern Spain. This is SRN News.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. Well, if this was some kind of test to what might happen at the state basketball tournament, boys basketball, the Artesia Bulldogs passed the test this past weekend playing at the Hope Christian tournament. We told you about their victory over Taos on Thursday, but then on Friday, Artesia dominated St. Pius 64-48. Charlie Campbell, 22 points, Braylon Vega, 21. And then Artesia knocked off Hope on Saturday in the championship, 71-58. Artesia's 14-3. They went on separate runs of 9 straight points, another 9-0 run, and then 8 straight points. When they only led by 2 at one point in the third quarter, that ballooned up to 23. Vega, 25 points. Charlie Campbell, 22. Trent Egelund with 15. Carlsbad lost a couple of games on the road at Las Cruces Friday by 13, and then at Centennial, 62-45 on Saturday. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
We have a case, 3 illegals from Venezuela allowed under Biden into the country illegally. And then they start assaulting this ICE officer with a shovel and a broom handle. He's on the ground. He's trying to defend his life and not die. He shot one of the guys in the leg. They got all 3 of them, thankfully, in the country illegally. They're our neighbors, people are shouting. I'm like, they're not your neighbors. They didn't respect our laws, border sovereignty. What do we? It's mind-numbing. And then they're all legged on by these politicians and their incendiary, inciting language and rhetoric. Sick. And by the way, this is an election year. This is all on the ballot.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
All right, folks, time to talk about real money, gold and silver. Now, the analysts, the guys behind closed doors, digging deep into the data, well, they are making big predictions for 2026. Now, they now see gold hitting $5,000 an ounce. Wow. How about silver? We're talking about silver surging toward an unbelievable $100 an ounce. I'm going to tell you what, I'm not waiting until I see these prices in the headlines. I'm taking action now. That's why I am a customer of the best in the business, and that is Goldco. They are my number 1 pick for gold and silver. I trust them to help diversify and protect my retirement savings. Right now, they're offering you a free 2026 gold and silver kit, plus a limited time offer where you can get 10% instant match in bonus gold or silver just for getting started. Call now, 855-815-GOLD, or just go to HannityGold.com. That's 855-815-GOLD, or HannityGold1word.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty nice to start the week. We'll be in the low to mid 50s for the afternoon high today. Once the sunshine, it might be a little bit breezy. Overnight, fairly cold. We'll be down around 20 and clear, and then we're expecting low to mid 50s again on Tuesday with plenty of sunshine. Sunny on Wednesday, and we're in the upper 50s. Thursday looks good, low 50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Well, it's kind of windy out there today. 42 degrees. Feels like it's 25 with those winds that are blowing out of the north at 16, gusting to 22. Pressure at 30.21 and on the rise. Our air quality index is 63, moderate air quality today. Our high today, 11 degrees below the average daily high for this date. 36% humidity, dew point is 17 degrees. The moon is in the waxing crescent phase, 1% illumination. Moon set at 6:16, next full moon in 13 days. Sunset 5:17, sunrise at 6:58. It's windy all up and down the Pecos Valley, 43 in Carlsbad, 39 in Roswell, 40 in Hobbs, America. Hey, I did figure out when my item I ordered from Lombard Hobbies it'll be here tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. I'll have that to add to my list of stuff that I've got to work on at the train club this week. So there we go. We got all that All that going on. All right, let's take the break. We'll be back and wrap things up for the show today right after we hear these good words.
Hey, Roswell, New Year's resolutions are tough. Eat better, exercise more, remember where you parked. So how about one you'll actually keep? Try something you'll love from Roswell Ford. Roswell Ford makes trading up to a new Ford fast, fun, and easy. Right now, during the loan and lease termination event at Roswell Ford, we'll do whatever it takes to get you released from your loan or lease, even if you owe thousands more than your car, truck, or SUV is worth, so you can get massive savings on a great selection of new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles. Buy now with zero down and make no payments until Easter. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit with great rates and terms, even if your credit is less than perfect. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. All roads lead to huge American-made savings. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale, subject to lender approval. Offers not combined on select vehicles.
The City of Artesia is proud to announce that we've renewed our agreement with Trans-Aero Medevac. This means that Eddy County residents are automatically enrolled in Trans-Aero's free air ambulance membership program, ensuring there are no out-of-pocket costs that need to be paid if you're flown to a hospital by Trans-Aero. Remember, this benefit only applies to Trans-Aero Medevac. To receive this benefit, ask for Trans-Aero specifically in a medical emergency. For situations where you cannot speak, make sure you have your Trans-Aero membership card alongside either your ID or health insurance card. This will act as a request for Trans-Aero Medevac. You can print out the membership card on the City of Artesia's website. In life's most critical moments, Trans-Aero, the City of Artesia, and our partners stand ready to help when you need it most. If you're an Eddy County resident, take advantage of this free benefit and make sure you fly with Trans-Aero Medevac.
When you need tough, reliable equipment that gets the job done right, turn to your local Kubota experts. Amigo Machinery in Roswell is proud to be your hometown Kubota dealer, offering a full line of tractors, mowers, and construction equipment, plus genuine parts and expert service and advice. Locally owned and operated and here for you. Stop by Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell or call us at 575-624-2026. Amigo Machinery, your trusted local Kubota dealer for all of Southeast New Mexico.
Looking for a proven solution for facial wrinkles and the loss of facial firmness? At Care Valley Dental, we offer expert Botox treatment designed to soften fine lines, smooth wrinkles, and create that refreshed look that you want. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher, and as facial professionals, we are the true experts with advanced training and precision you expect. You owe it to yourself to experience why Care Valley Dental is the expert in Botox treatments.
Come see the team at Care Valley Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell or call 575-622-4455.
Devon Energy is now hiring in the Permian Basin. As one of the country's largest independent producers of oil and natural gas, we have exciting opportunities for people with a variety of skills and experience. We're looking for people in the Artesia community who work with integrity, dedication, and innovation. Seize this opportunity for competitive pay and comprehensive benefits. Start your career with Devon Energy today. Apply at careers.devonenergy.com. Devon Energy. Commitment runs deep. Go Bulldogs. Make plans to attend Central Valley Electric Cooperative's annual meeting on Saturday, February 28th. The drive-through annual meeting will be held at the co-op's headquarters on the corner of Ritchie Avenue and 13th Street between 9 a.m. and noon. You will enter at the Ritchie Avenue entrance, and the first 200 registered CVE members will receive a $50 gift card. Goodie bags and other great door prizes will also be available. The grand prize is a 2014 Chevy pickup truck. We hope to see you at CVE's drive-through annual meeting on Saturday, February 28th.
Put me in, Coach. I'm ready. All right. I don't know. Jeffrey and I were talking around this answer. I think we have the answer, don't we, Jeffrey? The answer to the question here. The answer is not 300. 500 divided by half plus 50 is what? Anybody care to guess what that is? You and I were going around. Oh, we can see that vacuum cleaner sitting there. I got to move that. So, I don't know. Anybody care to guess the answer to that? Guess I'll have to let me know. Jeffrey, you want to work the problem again with me? Have Jeffrey come in here and work the problem with me again. 500 divided by half plus 50. What's the answer? And it's not 300. So, by the way, have you picked out a kith and kin sandwich for today? I don't know if you have. You haven't yet? Barking Guy did half and half. He took the ciabatta. And which was didn't have any meat.
Oh, okay.
Had the eggs and cheese. And then he took the turkey, half of the turkey croissant.
Cool.
So there's a half a turkey croissant, there's a half a ciabatta. But then there's that one with the wheat bread and the lettuce and the special sauce, that has bacon on it.
Ooh, bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon.
They have good bacon at Kith and Kin. What is that you're drinking there? What does that seem?
I believe it's a mushu.
You know, it looks exactly the same as the one you had last week, which you said was a faux shizzle. So how is it different?
Just because it looks the same doesn't mean it is the same.
That's why I asked the question.
Slightly different. I don't think I can't taste the grape. No, there's grape. Maybe it's the pineapple. I can't taste that. The faux shizzle.
Okay, but it looks purple.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a mushu and a faux shizzle if they're both the same color?
Well, you do know that you can make like anything whatever color you want.
Well, why would I? Wouldn't I want the color to be reflective of some kind of flavor?
Well, it's like what I learned my first bar in Scottsdale.
Mm-hmm.
When someone comes in and they order something off the wall, like, you can't mess up a gin and tonic. But people will say, oh, I had this purple whatever. And the key was, okay, what did it sound like? Okay, it's got a color. Let's do either vodka or rum based. Throw some pineapple, orange juice, something in there, and then pick one of the colors of liqueurs. Throw that in there, it's purple.
Nah.
And if someone would say, this isn't how this isn't what it tasted like, where? Well, that's how we make it here. I don't know how they make it in Cancun, but here. And so it's just whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas there are the flavors with the colors, but there's some grape in there.
Okay. I'm just saying if somebody handed me a glass and it was orange,
mm-hmm.
and it didn't taste like orange, it tasted like
Tang.
Well, Tang kind of has an orange associated with orange, at least in my mind. But if you handed me something that was orange and it tasted like grape, I would wonder what was going on.
Yeah. You would wonder what was in that made you taste a different color.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Because we know what the color purple tastes like.
Tastes like grape. Or at least that's what my mind says when it sees purple. It thinks grape. I don't know about you. That just reminds me of the episode of WKRP where the boss walks in and Johnny Fever looks like he's sound asleep. And he's looking at the record and starts to pick it up, and Johnny says, "Don't touch that." And he's looking at it. So what orchestra is that? And Johnny says, "That's Pink Floyd." Ah, Pink Floyd. Do I hear dogs barking? And Johnny says, "I do." Do I taste grape in this thing? I do.
You taste purple, not grape. You taste purple.
All right, trivia question. And you and I, we came up with two different possibilities, right? If the answer is not 300, 500 divided by half plus 50 is what? First time I ran it through, I said divided by half So I divided 500 by 250, in which I got 2, and then added 50, and I got 52. Then I asked the internet, asked one of the AIs.
The H to the ISO I?
And it said, and you said this, I think, 500 divided by half would be 0.5, which is 1,000. Plus 50 is 1,050. So that's kind of where you went, wasn't it? That's where the AI went.
It's what got me confused the first time was when you said divided by half. I just instantly thought half of, and I was like, oh, hold on, wait, there's division, and then it's by 0.5, and then it started hurting my head.
Yeah, started hurting mine too. So it's either 300, which the trivia person says it's not 300, or it's 52, or it's 1,050. What say you?
I said 1,050.
Yeah, and that's what Sam Altman's AI is what said to me. Now, I didn't ask Grok or Gemini. Let me ask Gemini. We got about a minute here. I'll ask Gemini. What is 500 divided by half plus 50 equal? See what this one says. 1,050. So that's 2 AIs.
The H to the ISO.
Say that it's 1,050.
Because it is.
Well, okay.
I mean, I don't know about you, because a lot of rules can be kind of.
Right.
But not when it comes to math.
There you go. All right, Jeffrey, thank you. That's it for the show today. Clay and Buck are coming up next. This is KSVP Artesia.